Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review, where tonight it is, of course, the big game between England and Senegal. The knockout stages are about to begin. Well, for England, they're about to begin. Obviously, if we get past Senegal, we will meet the French, who are looking very good, by the way, and especially Mr. Mbappe. Billy, to win the World Cup, you got to beat the best, and tonight is going to be very difficult, and if we get through, France are going to be difficult as well.
Yeah, it's a bit disconcerting whenever we've played a decent side in these tournaments that Southgate has done well in. We've lost. We lost to Belgium twice in 2018. Of course, Croatia also, Italy in 2021. And then this year, the French game, if we do get through tonight, will be the first real decent side we've played against. Doesn't all go well for what's happened before. So, yeah, I'm expecting a win tonight, but next game might be a bit different. But we can always hope and pray. It's a two-horse race, and anyone can win a two-horse race, can't they?
Absolutely. Just to let you know, Alex has just messaged me to say he'll be 5 minutes late, so he is coming on tonight. Don't worry, for co-commentary alongside Billy. Right, we may as well look at the teams because, the one thing that stares me in the face is that Mr. Southgate is again putting a team out not to lose instead of to win. This is the England lineup. We go with Jordan Pickford, Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Jordan Henderson, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, and Jude Bellingham. What do you make of it, Billy?
I found it amazing. I think he's just trying to be overcomplicated with stuff. He had a man in the last game who, in the second half, tore Wales apart, and now he's dropped to the bench. I find it amazing that he's done that, and he's not been rewarded with a spot in the next game in Marcus Rashford. Apart from that, it's like you say, it's safety first, isn't it?
And listen, Senegal they're definitely going to cause a problem for us. There's no doubt about that in my eyes.
Yeah, they've got pace and power, haven't they? A lot of pace and power.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord Sadio Mane is injured. It might have been a different kettle of fish with him in the side. But
well, they did say that, didn't they, before the tournament? But look how they've done. They weren't expected to get out of the group stage, were they, without Sadio Mane? But this is how Senegal line up. They go with Mendy, Koulibaly, Diallo, Jacobs, Sabali, Mendy, Cease, Diatta, Ismail Assar, Ndai, and Diaz. So what do you make of their lineup, Billy?
They've got plenty of pace up front. As I said, Ismail Assar's unplayable on his day. It's up to us to make sure today isn't that day for him. Koulibaly struggled in the Premier League, but he's done well in Serie A before. It'll be a hard side to break down, but I'm sure we've got the capability of doing so. And here's Mr. Stato.
He is indeed. Good evening, Mr. Stato.
Evening, how are we doing?
We're okay. We've just gone through the lineups. Have you seen the England team?
I have not. I was waiting for
okay.
On here, but unfortunately, I a little bit late getting set up because I'm in a different place. So
yeah, well, this is the team: Pickford, Walker, Shaw, Rice, Stones, Maguire, Henderson, Kane, Saka, Foden, Bellingham.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I don't know. Personally, I would never have played Rashford the other day, but with how he played in the final 30, 40 minutes, that makes him undroppable in my eyes, and he's been dropped. And then Henderson, despite a few Liverpool fans at work telling me was good, wasn't good enough in my eyes at all. Somehow is back in. I mean, Walker in there, I've got no debate. I've got no problems with that. He's a quality.
Well, it's for pace, really, against Sarr, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think he's got a different set of skills to Trippier, and it suits. I don't think our team suits Trippier right now with the way Saka plays in that right wing role. So probably Walker would be better at the moment anyway, unless Southgate's going to start using the right wing, which will help Trippier, which he doesn't. So I'm all right with that, but I'm a bit confused by the Rashford thing. Very strange,
isn't it? Seems like you get rewarded with a great performance, the last 40 minutes of it, with a spot on the bench. And Harry Kane keeps ploughing up fields and doing nothing. I'd assist here and there.
That's a good point. Kane, that's a good point. If he's going to be as harsh as this with the drops, then surely Kane gets dropped. If you're going to drop Rashford for that, then that means nobody's undroppable.
He will never drop Harry Kane. We know that. Anyway, we'll go to some comments. We're about 14 minutes away from kickoff. Just before we go through the comments, usual rules apply, guys. I will be probably behind the TV, so if you want to pause your television until I get there to kick off, like Billy and Alex do, please do that. And then we'll all be in sync for the match. So no spoilers, please. Anyone putting spoilers in the comments, they will simply be removed from the show. And as usual, we don't really want to do that. So no spoilers. Wait till we've commentated on it, then we'll discuss it. Chipper says, I don't know why Henderson is playing. Well, it's simple. He's setting up not to lose again. Tom says, evening, everyone. If England were to lose tonight and it meant getting Trippier, Wilson and Pope back sooner and then playing in the League Cup v Bournemouth, would anyone take it? Personally, I would. No. I don't want England to lose, Tom. As an England fan, you want to win the World Cup. So, no. Look, bottom line is, we should have a strong enough team to beat Bournemouth regardless. Especially at home. That doesn't concern me. But this is World Cup. It's every 4 years, and we have a chance. There's some big teams gone out of this tournament already. Some big teams, and we have a chance to do very well. So let's just wait and see. Alex?
Bournemouth missing those players, then we don't deserve to go through to the next round. In all fairness, because we should have a stronger team on paper.
Yeah. Tom says it's also hypothetical. No guarantee that they definitely would play in that game. Exactly. Stu says, I can't believe he dropped Trippier. I can. And Alex has just explained that as well.
I'm a bit confused about it myself because, Ismaila Sarr generally plays on Shaw's side, isn't he? It's Shaw that's going to be against Ismaila Sarr.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
And I think that if Walker were to get injured tonight, having Trippier up against Mbappe is slightly more precarious than the one he would face tonight. So I would play
that's true.
Personally.
Indeed.
But they do have Sarr up front. They've got players where we need Walker's recovery runs because I love Trippier, but when you play him, you need somebody else to do the recovery run for him because he's not quick enough to do it himself, whereas Walker can do his own recovery run.
Indeed. Samsonite, thank you for your, I believe that's a renewed membership. Thank you very much. Tony, good evening. James, good evening. Rachel, modern backstage. The usual rules, of course. No all caps, duplicates, no spoilers. Wait for Paul to comment first. Enjoy and come on, England. Everybody saying hello. Davey, good evening. Maurice, good evening. Chris says, my nerves are shot already. Jessica, good evening. How is everyone? We're good. Thank you very much. James says, have to win really tonight. Absolutely. Well, we have to or we're out. It's as simple as that. This is the knockout stages now. If we lose, we're home. And it will be another tremendous failure. If we don't win tonight, Billy, is it an embarrassment, do you think, if we lose to Senegal? Or are Senegal now one of the sort of bigger nations, if you like, of football? Because, African nations champions, of course. So they're no small nation, are they?
No, but their best player's missing. So to me, it would be an embarrassment.
Okay. Fair comment. Stu, good evening. Chipper says we have to win and win well. Good evening to Norvik. James says, just blasting Vindaloo, and then they're coming home for Christmas, and I will be with you guys. Thanks, James. Samsonite says, the African champions aren't a decent opposition. Indeed, they are. Very much so. Peter, good evening, guys and girls. Hoping we can get a result. Keith's going for 3-1 to England. Stu says, Trippier is miles better than Walker.
They're different things.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he's miles better. You've got
he's not stronger or faster.
No. You've got a fun stato.
I have. Just looking at some of the Senegal players and their striker Dia up front, plays for Salernitana. And I had a look at his left BRF, and his second closest stat match is actually Callum Wilson, which is quite interesting.
Wow.
So I don't know if I've never seen Salernitana play, but apparently this guy has some similarities in how he plays to Wilson. So it'd be interesting to see how he does. That's kind of frightening.
Yeah,
he's
maybe
got a lot of goals this season as well.
Well, Billy, Maguire and Stones, they're going to be tested more tonight than they have throughout the World Cup so far, aren't they?
Yeah, and he's having to play two in front of them simply because of their perceived weaknesses. Maguire's had a good World Cup, but he's hardly been tested by any opponents forwards, really. And Stones, while he's a good footballer, he does have a mistake in him now and again. So I think they will be tested, but I think the fact that he's got Henderson and Declan Rice in front of them should kind of help them out. So I'm hoping they're not tested, actually, because, as you say, both of them have got mistakes in them, haven't they?
Yeah, indeed. Irani Granny says £500 on Senegal to qualify. KB, good evening. Cesare, good evening to you. I like coffee, good evening. Chris Bell says, oi, oi. Come on, England. And oi, oi, Paul, Billy, and Stato. Oi, oi to you as well, Chris. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. Stu says, Alex Stato and his amazing technical and microphone. Yes.
Well, this is Paul's, actually.
Yeah,
thank you.
Well, it was gifted to Stato when his microphone started playing up. So, listen, it may be multicolored, but it is a damn good microphone. I like coffee says John's favorite defender, Koulibaly, is playing today. Is he different playing for Senegal compared to Chelsea?
Yeah, he's wearing a different shirt.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Look, time will tell. We're what, 8 minutes away from kickoff.
Well, listen, in the Premier League, he struggled, and this is really, to all intents and purposes, a Premier League game. So let's hope he carries on in time with that way he's been playing this season.
Absolutely, 100%. David says, sorry, Paul, Billy, our FIFA rules for different countries. Poland penalty had to be retaken. He missed because of a keeper encroachment. Second penalty, same scenario. Keeper off the line, but stood. What rules? Well, listen, we'll never understand them kind of rules because they're just ridiculous, to be honest. Just ridiculous.
Well, I'm happy he scored it because that's probably it now. I'd be surprised if he didn't retire from international football, that is.
Yeah, probably. Ricky says Rashford's touch was poor in wide areas before he scored. Yeah, he was poor before he scored, I must admit. But then again, that first half was goddamn awful anyway. Altogether, it wasn't just Rashford. The whole team was off. But there you go. Cesare is putting the usual rules in again, guys. Thank you very much. And also, don't forget, if you do enjoy tonight's commentary and stream, please do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, why not come and be part of the community by hitting that subscribe button, which is free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload. You can become a member of the Toon Review, like Samsonite has already done, by hitting the join button just underneath the video. And lots of prizes coming up just before Christmas as well. So stay tuned for that, but you must be a member. And also, as usual, you can donate to the channel if you wish tonight using the super chat option. Just hit that $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and that will take you through that way. So thank you in advance for that. Somebody on Facebook saying hi. Paul Gallant is in the house. Sophia, good evening. Hope you're well. Matt Fletcher is also here. And then everyone is saying hello. John's Backdoor is here. Hello, you beautiful twats. Well, thank you very much, John's Backdoor. Hopefully a win, he says. Absolutely. Renier, good evening. I'm back, baby. Long time no see. Hope you're well, Renier. And by the way, can I just put a shout out, please, to V Taylor. If anyone has heard from V or knows if she's okay, we haven't seen her in the chat for a long time. Now, she has renewed her membership with the channel, so I'm not sure if that was automatic or what, but we haven't heard from her from a long time. So if anyone knows where V is or if they've heard from V, please let us know, because we're a little bit concerned that we haven't seen V on the stream on the channel for quite some time. So V, if you're out there, give us a shout. Let us know that you're okay, or if anyone else knows. So thank you guys for that. Ian Skinner, Arturo, thank you very much for your 20 euros. Missed you, lads. Feels like an age since I've been on a live stream. Well, it was the last England game. I've been suffering terribly. But hey ho, we battle on. We battle on. There's a horrible tonsillitis, chest infections going around my family right now. But, it happens. But Billy is a very capable host and has done superbly well in the watch-alongs that he's done. So, Billy, massive hats off to you, mate. They've been very entertaining stuff. So, well done on those. Very, very good commentary. Samsonite says, this is going to be interesting. Literally the first full game of this World Cup I watch because A, I'm not that interested, and B, I'm working evenings, so I literally can't watch each day games. Well, I mean,
you missed some good games. There's been a lot of good games.
There has been, and a lot of shocks. Japan, incredible.
Morocco, Tunisia,
South Korea. It's bizarre. I mean, Japan play Croatia tomorrow. Who's not to say that Japan can't overcome Croatia? Because I believe they can. And also, of course, we have Brazil against South Korea. For me, that's a Brazilian win. South Korea haven't impressed me at all. And the way the setup is a bit negative. And Morocco, Spain, that could go either way as well. You just don't know. So to me, there's still plenty of shocks left in this World Cup, Bill.
Absolutely. And we saw one, what was it, Friday night with the Brazil-Cameroon game? Brazil have no left-backs now. All of them are injured. So they're struggling on the left-hand side of defence. And maybe South Korea can get at them. They've got Son, of course. So
yeah,
it's not a given.
I have to say that Cameroon game, have you ever seen a more bizarre sending off in your life? When he scored, laughing with the referee, shaking his hand for getting a red card. The most bizarre thing you'll ever see in a football field. But great. It really was. So yeah, I'm pleased for Cameroon that they finished off in a bit of style. Chesser says, thanks for the V appeal, Paul. No problem, matey. We're all concerned. James says, my playlist of England songs are over and I'm with you, ready for this huge international match. I'm going for a 3-2 win for England. Ricky says, no, Idrissa Gueye. No, he's not playing. I believe he's injured, but I think he might be. Is he suspended or injured?
And shite.
And shite, yes. Yeah.
I don't know if he's that bad.
I don't rate. I'm with Billy. I don't rate him actually. Well, I rated him
suspended.
Is he? He's suspended.
Yeah. Cheku Koyate and Idrissa Gueye, because they changed his shirt because he has Ghana on his shirt and confused me last time we played Everton. I had no idea what was going on.
Well,
they got an extra player.
Yeah, don't expect me to be calling out Senegal names when they're on the ball, swiftly, because that will not be happening. Billy, I think you had the same problem the other night, didn't you, with certain players?
It was bizarre because for 89 minutes I was calling Vincent Abubakar.
Abubakar.
My son came in, he tapped me on the shoulder. What the fuck does he want? He said, it's Abubakar, you'd have twat. Oh, okay.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Paul Galick, good morning. Toon review. Come on, England from the Philippines. Julie J, good evening to you. Stu says, my mate starred in Rick Mail's England song video. Wow, there you go. Claim to fame for your friend. Ian, good evening. Tony Hunter says, laughing while being sent off with 7 minutes left to play. I know. Most bizarre thing you'll ever see. Foxy says, let's get down to business. Come on, England. Indeed, we are very close to kickoff now. So remember, guys, the usual rules. I'm just putting mine on now so the lads can get an idea of where we are for this game. They're just going through basically the teams at the minute. The Senegal team is on my screen right now. So yous are probably ahead of me. So if you just pause your TVs when it's kickoff time, if you guys don't mind, that will keep everything sweet. Let's just get a few more comments before the kickoff. Senegal's just in a huddle right now. Now let's have a look.
England just checking the knee.
All right,
Senegal,
well, you're ahead of me.
Senegal aren't, strange enough, but there you go.
Indeed. Right, well, if you can just do the usual, guys, and pause things just when they kick off, and then we'll get to level terms, guys. Right, England taking the knee now on my screen. Just getting ready. And we have kicked off. So we are underway in this huge game for England. Well, I suppose huge game for Senegal as well. I mean, the two sides have never met before, though, so it's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for that, Alex. Just put the score on there so people can see a bit better. And Ian Fleming, thank you for your £5 super chat. Thought France were good today, guys. Yes, they were. Very good. They will cause problems. Despite all their injuries, they are still a very good side. Mbappe, just brilliant performance from him today. But Senegal have started with possession, coming on the attack here on the left-hand side. I have no idea what to call these Senegal players. Just
That's Koulibaly.
thanks, Billy. But it'd be interesting to see how England start. Will they go for it? Will they press Senegal and go on the front foot? Well, at the minute, the ball is with Bellingham, and he's taken out of play and a throw into England. And there is Southgate. Doesn't have his waistcoat on today, by the way, everybody.
He's got that funny polo jumper on again.
He has, indeed. Chippers says, sad news about Pele.
It is indeed.
Has he passed away?
No, he hasn't. Yeah, I don't think.
No, because well, the reports came out that he was on end of life care, but then a Brazilian report came out and said no, he's responding to treatment. So I don't think anybody really truly knows. But we wish him the very best, obviously. Absolutely. Mary says, evening, fam. Good evening, Mary. Foxy says, I thought France were all right, but Justin Mbappe was incredible. Poland had some chances to take the lead in the first half.
They did. Poland could have scored a couple, to be fair. It could have been a very different game.
Yeah. Ball played down the left there by Luke Shaw, looking for Foden. Very well cut out. Harry Kane pressing now, seeing if we can... he just doesn't show the same kind of tenacity that Callum Wilson shows, Billy, when he's closing down.
Well, he got towards the play and just stopped running. It was ridiculous. He didn't put the burners on. He hasn't got them, we know, but he could have at least put a bit more effort in. But as soon as he got to play, he stops. No, not what he wanted. Absolutely. So saying that, we're winning the ball back.
Yep, he is Henderson, and he wins a throw in deep inside the Senegal half. I wonder where Henderson will play today, whether he will sort of push forward a little bit. It amazes me how all these African managers tend to wear caps. It's very bizarre with the dreads. Kane, nice touch on to... well, I'm not sure what that was from Henderson, to be honest. I mean, it was a little sort of flick towards Phil Foden, and it didn't work very well at all.
I don't blame him for that. I think he's assuming that his winger is going to do the run. You should be making the run there. He was right. To be frustrated. Foden should be there. Yeah,
agreed. It's going to be Chelsea goalkeeper Mendy. Well, he's not taking the goal kick. Now, that's the strangest goal kick I think I've ever seen. But never mind, they've played it out quite well. Troll says Kane should have been sub for this match. Kane is chalk and cheese from the player at Spurs. Is Son the key, says Chippers. Well, Son does make an awful lot of goals for Harry Kane, to be fair, but Kane does the same for Son. But there you go. Anyway, we've got Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, plays it down the line to Foden. Foden tried a little 1-2, didn't quite come off, and Senegal breaking forward here. This is an opportunity for Senegal, and good defending in the end by Harry Maguire. But again, there, it just showed that a bit of pace Billy got through.
Yeah, and the lack of cover from the two centre midfielders, DCMs, was apparent there also. John Stones did well to get across, but then missed the ball. But Harry Maguire got back in the meantime.
But that is just a warning shot, basically, for England. Saka now plays the ball out to Harry Maguire. He's got Luke Shaw in support on the left-hand side. Maguire brings it up to the halfway line now, looking for some movement ahead of him. Finds it from Foden. Foden lays it off to Shaw. Shaw clips it over towards Bellingham. Good defending again from Senegal. And they pump it down the field to Jordan Pickford. You know, again, though, Alex, it looks like that Foden is the one that looks more lively up front in these first 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it looks a lot more promising than in recent games. They're trying to make runs. Players are going together, trying to link up and do 1-2s. It's not all this horrible sideways passing. It's not gone right yet, but it's promising. It looks like they're trying from the get-go, which is all we wanted. So fingers crossed we can get something.
Nasty tackle there on Jude Bellingham, and he's feeling the foot. I think he just got the studs of the Senegal player there. Did right on top of the foot. Ouch, that's a painful one. Good evening, Fez. Hope you're well. Thank you again for the background for this watch along. Thank you for your continued support of the channel by doing all the graphics, mate. I really appreciate that. Julie J says, I think the problem with Kane is that he wants away from Tottenham. Yeah, but it shouldn't really interfere with his international level, especially in the World Cup. You're away from all that at the minute.
I agree with that. I think the worst thing to happen for England was Kane not getting his Man City transfer. I think that would have helped him and helped the England squad. I think it would have gelled everything better and he would have improved.
Yeah. England trying to play it out here. They've got to be careful because they're being pushed back. Because Senegal have some pace up there, as we said before the game. Walker did very well there. Flicked on by Henderson. Harry Kane. That's a terrible touch again from Harry Kane. I mean, that was all he had to do was bring the ball down there and didn't do it. Foden again. And they're all over him like a rash. But that's how Senegal are going to play this game. But Bellingham wins it back and is taken down. Great play from Jude Bellingham again. Foden asking for a yellow card. I don't like that. I don't want to see that from an England player, to be honest. Let's not sort of get into them sort of tactics. Arturo, thank you for another €5. We have to be more vertical and direct. Indeed. But looks like Luke Shaw's going to take this free kick around 50 yards, 60 yards out from goal. Henderson is coming across to have a word, as is Declan Rice. But I think it will be Shaw to swing this one in.
They need to be a bit more vocal with each other. There's 3-man-on situations where they could have done with a shout, where it's been bad for us. It's
actually Henderson that plays it across to Kyle Walker. He then goes to the back post towards Declan Rice. That's a good free kick, actually. Rice plays it across. Maguire underneath it, and Senegal clear it. But that was a well-worked free kick from England there. It ended up with Declan Rice in a lot of space. Harry Kane now trying to get a turn in his shot, but he's crowded out. Good pressure from England, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. The bit of pressure that Jude Bellingham did to set up that free kick was amazing, actually. He was the highest presser, and he forced a mistake, actually. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's a Senegal. Oh, he's miles offside. Well, Foden's offside, by the way. I think that's what they've given it for. I'm not sure why, to be honest, because he never, ever interacted with play there, Phil Foden. That's a strange one.
And the goalkeeper wasn't looking at him either, so it just can't be offside.
It's a bit of a ridiculous call, that. Ricky says, Garant Kowal did everything right. It was a difficult chance, and Martinez made a great save.
Go on, Saka.
Great fighting by Saka there. England claiming that he was fouled, but he wasn't. What did you think of Garant Kowal yesterday, Alex? That he had a big chance at the end there, but the keeper was out very quickly, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a short moment to analyse, but at the highest level, it was on target. It was just a very good save, and it was a marginal save at that. He just about got enough on it for that not to go in. But the technical ability to bring that down, shield it from his man, spin, and get the shot away on target, all in conjunction with each other. At a World Cup, you're trying to, in my head, I'm trying to think, right, what has he not got? What is he not ready for in the Premier League? And every time I watch him play, I'm struggling to find those reasons as to why he needs to go out, unless he's not going to get minutes. But in my eyes, I feel like he deserves minutes over people like Murphy and Fraser.
England on the attack here with Bellingham. The goalkeeper comes flying out his goal there, but tipped it away. Absolutely. Here's Kyle Walker. England having to go backwards here. Declan Rice to John Stones. Stones back to Declan Rice. Harry Maguire playing as a midfielder at the minute. I'm not sure what's going on here. The referee stopped the play. And I think the ball's gone flat.
I haven't noticed that.
I think it may have happened there when Bellingham had that. Look at the flight on that ball. That is incredible. Obviously, if it was losing air, then it was going to go all over the place. I Like Coffee says Bruno also had 4 chances to score in the last Brazil game, but it was great seeing him in goal-scoring positions. Indeed. Senegal have the ball now, but England win it back. It's been a good first 10 minutes for England, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. They've pressured well. Senegal have been a bit lackadaisical with the ball in possession now. It's time to take advantage of it, I think, now.
Yeah, definitely. All the drums from the Senegalese fans there. What I can only describe as the most disturbing face paint I've ever seen. That's something you'd see in a horror film, to be quite honest.
Very live and let die, innit? Very live and let die.
It is, Billy. That's exactly right. Very James Bond there. Villains, of course.
The referee seems to have a problem with something back in the Senegalese half, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. He's shouting at someone.
I know. He's gone back there a couple of times, hasn't he? Strange. Anyway, Foden's on the ball. Knocks it back to Harry Kane, who... Why isn't he up for Jordan Henderson now a striker there? Did you see that?
Yeah,
Henderson then crazy, man. I mean, we have a chance to put the ball in the box, and again, it's Harry Kane who's crossing it. Really annoying. Anyway, that's a good ball out to Jordan Henderson on the right-hand side. Saka's making a run. Kane comes near. It's bouncing around again. Bellingham, who's been at the forefront of a lot for England in the opening moments of the game. Here's Kyle Walker now. Walker spreads it left to Harry Maguire. Maguire brings the ball forward deeper into Senegal's half. Outside to Luke Shaw. Shaw has a look. Goes back to Harry Maguire. Plenty movement for England, though, which is good to see. Here's John Stones. Goes to Kyle Walker. Walker just back to Stones. But it seems to have slowed down again. Rice to Walker. Walker looks forward, finds Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. Saka cuts in. Has to go back to Kyle Walker, though. Good pressing from Senegal there. But plenty of possession for England in these opening bouts of the game here. And it's back with Walker now. Walker will go long this time, searching for the run of Saka. That's a great ball because Saka's going to get on the end of this. Saka's right foot cross is a deep one and doesn't hit anybody. Comes all the way back to Luke Shaw. Shaw inside to Bellingham now. Bellingham, head up again. Nice little back flick there into Foden. Foden's pushed over, but Bellingham keeps going. He's like a tank, this fella. He goes down. Nothing from the referee. And Senegal managed to escape there and break out on the right-hand side. But there is Harry Maguire across to intercept the ball. Plays the ball down the line to Harry Kane. And Harry Kane's ball is just too far in front of Saka. Could Saka have had a diving header there, Alex?
A little bit, not quite enough on that. I've got to give massive credit to Harry Maguire for somehow playing an incredible ball over the top there to continue the attack. That was insane. Kane needs to deliver that better. Left-footed from Kane on the bounce. You're not going to get that perfect. It was close enough.
I don't think that was a bad ball at all. And
considering where the ball was, that's quite a tricky ball to hit. He did all right. It was in the 6-yard box at least. Yeah.
But very, very positive from England in the first 15 minutes, you have to say. They're certainly causing Senegal some problems here. And, to be fair, it's not negative England. They've looked very positive in the opening 15 minutes, to be fair, which is good for us to see. Now Senegal trying to break out their own half. But again, Bellingham wins it back for England. Now Harry Kane turns. Does very well to stay on his feet there. And he's caught very late there. But the referee plays on. Saka down the right-hand side. Was there any to goal kick to Senegal?
No advantage from that foul on Kane.
He's just completely forgot about the foul.
That was an awful challenge, by the way. There's the pass from Kane, and right on the top of the foot as well. That's a painful one. That is right on the top of the foot, by the way. That is very sliding down as well. That's a terrible tackle. And I don't think he's even been booked, fellas, which is absolutely
very generous
unbelievable.
There for the goal kick. That's a strange. I might after this game I might go and have a look at the advantage rule because I know it's subjective, but
this referee has confused me already a couple of times during this first 15 minutes. But hey ho, we play on and we're with Harry Maguire. A heavy touch on the ball, but he recovers well. And Stones goes back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford closed down very quickly, but does well to get the ball away. Again, Kane and Bellingham jumping for the ball. Foden trying to break. Surely Harry Kane should just leave that for Bellingham. That's the problem there. As Bellingham again charges forward down the left-hand side. He is really up for this game, Jude Bellingham. And he's done very well. The ball is bouncing around. England get a throw in. He's up for this, Billy.
Absolutely. He's been all over the place, hasn't he? The highest pressure at times. Wherever the ball is, he seems to be.
Shaw now to Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Inside to, I'm not sure what Harry Kane was doing there, but it was awful. Chipper says we have put 3 good balls in the box, and Kane is effing nowhere. He reminds me of Rooney. The older he gets, the deeper he plays. Why did Kane jog and not run on the cross from Saka?
100%. He did jog in. He didn't bust the gut to get into the penalty area at all for Saka's cross. Interesting.
Pleased to see England playing on the front foot here so far, says Ches. Absolutely. It has been a very positive start. Risky then back passes like seen 2 already. Yep. Just looking a little bit dicey. Henderson busy the old head. Henderson's actually had a good start to this game, to be fair to him.
Even the Mackhams are up for it. Come on.
Yeah. Stones goes back to Jordan Pickford, who then has Harry Maguire in support. He goes longer than that, searching for Luke Shaw on the left-hand side, just over the halfway line. Great touch by Luke Shaw and brought down. We've got to try
need to show some cards now. There's a lot of fouls going on.
Indeed. I'm not sure that was a foul, to be honest. I think Luke Shaw did well to win that. But the thing is, we have to make this possession count because Senegal will come onto us at some point, I would imagine. They've got some very good attacking players.
Well, I'd like to think not with our midfielders on the pitch and with the amount of talent we've got. I'd be frustrated if they had a period of dominance. They might have a period of possession, but dominance, I'd hope we just reduce them to counter-attack.
I agree. Yeah. They're going to have a chance at some point, I would imagine.
We just need to make sure we don't
That's a lovely flick. Midfield. Lovely flick from Foden. Kane again, his touch is too heavy and England lose the ball again. He's not started great, Harry Kane, to be fair. He's had one good cross. As Maguire is now tested on that side and does well. Just. Stones plays it. I don't think Stones was playing for a corner there, as Maguire has a conversation with the linesman. Felt he had his shirt pulled. We're just seeing a replay. Well, he was pulled back, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was that half a dozen of the? I don't know. But never mind. He didn't blow for the free kick, and England have a goal kick now. Carlos's Kane is crap. It's look, he hasn't started well. His touch has been way too heavy. That's nice touch there, but a heavy one again from Kyle Walker there, loses the ball. Senegal now coming forward. Well won back by Bukayo Saka. Rice goes back to Pickford. Very good defending there from Saka coming back to help out. Pickford plays it to Bellingham. Bellingham has played a very loose ball, but Kyle Walker does well to keep it in. And it's with John Stones now in the England penalty box. He brings it forward. He's got Maguire in support on the left-hand side. He's also got Jordan Henderson short. Henderson back to John Stones. Stones will surely go to Harry Maguire now. He does indeed. Fez says Kane has been an effing awful this whole tournament. Look, I happen to agree. Yes, he got a couple of assists in the first game, but come on. That first game, I think even I could have scored in that one. But never mind. It's back with Pickford now. And England starting again from the back. Being very patient here. Maguire is going to have trouble with that forward. Didn't ask me his number, says Anthony. Well, I think all three of them for Senegal are extremely pacey. But we will see. Anyway, here's Kyle Walker now for England. Again, being pushed back. He chips the ball right across the field to Harry Maguire, who's in acres of space now to bring the ball forward for England. Looking for movement ahead of him again. Doesn't seem to be any, so he just drops it back to Bellingham, who's covering now for Luke Shaw in the left-back position. Interesting. Now here is John Stones. Stones goes across to Kyle Walker. Walker is going to go right across the field. Not the greatest ball, but Foden should have been made a lot better of that header. He tried to flick it on to Jordan Henderson, but couldn't find him. Anyway, here come Senegal now trying to play the way out, and they win a throw in. But again, just a little bit of lack of movement up front there when England were trying to break. You saw Harry Maguire try and play the ball as we're looking at the Senegalese fans. Well, I can spot at least two people there who definitely are not Senegalese dancing away in the stands. I would expect one of those to be Roy Caviani somewhere, although he will be supporting England, of course. As Senegal now just playing it from the back. Maurice says they're all too quick for Maguire. Well, he's done all right so far in the test he's had. Walker, brilliant interception of the ball now into the Senegal half. Plays it forward, to nobody. And the ball is just going to run out of play.
That's a corner. Did that
came up?
Well, I thought it was as well. Yeah.
It was deflected.
That's a corner.
England are screaming for a corner. I did think it took a bit of a silly bobble, and the linesman is eventually saying a corner. Wow.
He had a mare there. I don't
of course it was a corner. Bloody hell, how did he miss that?
Kick.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Referee needs to wake up now. But Harry Maguire's just having a word with the ref saying, please can you wake up, mate? Because World Cup,
Honestly, I mean, it took the linesman about 3 hours to flag for a corner. They didn't have a Scooby-Doo what was going on. I don't know what the Senegalese players complained about, the bell end. It was a corner. Simple as that. Honestly, get on with the game. Jesus Christ. Kane is looking too old to be our striker, says Spider. Time for Wilson to show his worth.
I think Wilson's older, isn't he?
I have no idea.
Not
I think
much,
he is,
innit?
yeah. Oh, and in comes John Stones with a header, but it is over the bar. He made a late run into the box there, John Stones, and that nearly caught Senegal out right on the... he should have done better there.
Yeah, he caught it alongside his head, didn't he?
Yeah, it's his shoulder.
Shoulder.
Hit the top of his shoulder. That's a shame.
I think
It was
he
a
got
very
his head to that. He could
Quickly
have scored.
taken corner.
Anyway, we play on. Senegal trying to play out again. England again with Bellingham trying to win the ball back, not giving Senegal a second on the ball. That's how we like to see England play. Unfortunately,
it's not the same player, but I tell you what, Bellingham is playing the same role that Joe Linton plays for NUFC at the moment. Sort of left side. He's helping in left back, midfield, up front. Trying to do the ball progressions. Obviously Joe Linton's not quite as technically good as Bellingham.
as Pickford comes racing out his box and does very well there, to be fair to Pickford, heads it away, makes sure the ball is cleared. Looks like he's had a bit of a trim, Jordan Pickford. As Jacobs is now going to take that's a nice name to say, Jacobs. That's an easier name for me to say. Anyway, here comes Senegal. First real attack of the half, but again dealt with by Rice, but they can't keep it. They lose it again, and the ball is going to bounce. It's hacked away by Kyle Walker. Just on the halfway line now, Senegal playing it to absolutely nobody. Maguire, that's a poor ball. You can see where he was trying to go, but he's put England under a bit of pressure here. The cross comes in, and a chance. It's bouncing around and over the bar. And Senegal are screaming for a handball, but awful defending from England. I mean, Maguire, try to clear, the ball comes in, it's onside. And Kyle Walker just lost his man completely.
Might be a handball there. Might be a handball. Let's have a look.
I know. No, not for me, Billy. That would be really harsh if they give a handball there. Nah, not for me. It comes off his knee up.
It's come off his leg onto his elbow. And his elbow's, to be fair, by his side.
It'd be incredibly harsh. But then again, we've seen some in this tournament. Steve says, man, it's a real effort not to boo Pickford every time he touches the ball. Foxy says, Maguire had a shocker there. Indeed, he is. And the VAR check is checking a possible penalty.
You can't run around wrist to pocket all the time.
Yeah, the check is over. The referee has just screamed at somebody in a very aggressive way. Sure. Now England again trying to play the way out of it, but Senegal pushing England back. Oh, a heavy touch by Pickford there. And Stones manages to clear it up to the halfway line. Kane is beaten in the air again, and Senegal come on the attack. Good interception by Kyle Walker. He's done that once or twice already in this game. Back with the Senegalese goalkeeper now. It looks like he's going to go long.
Pressure him.
That is a terrible goal. Again. Yeah, it was an awful goal kick, to be fair. Had he pressured him even further, we could have been onto something there, but never mind. But it's safe to say Harry Maguire has, that was one bad ball, but you could see what he was trying to do there. He was trying to play a quick ball out to Luke Shaw, but it was well intercepted. But so far, the ball is going up to Kane and just nothing happening.
Yeah, we don't mind Maguire trying those passes because we want to be a bit more attacking. That's the risk you take when you want your centre-backs playing those killer balls. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Difficult to be mad, though, when we want him to play that attacking style.
Yeah. Certainly not going to have a go at Harry Maguire there, but Kyle Walker switched off completely when that ball came in the box because Stones took his man and Walker just left him alone. But we've lost the ball again, but a good interception from Stones. Maguire again plays it out to Luke Shaw. England just gone off the boil a little bit last 5 minutes after a reasonably good start to the game. Yeah.
Kyle Walker as well, strange. Stepped up 3 times with interceptions, but then gone to sleep a little bit when it counts. It's
indeed
sometimes amazing mentality and other times poor. It's bizarre.
John Stones has the ball now, looking for some runners. He just stops and stands there and says, where are you? I've got nobody to give the ball to. And we don't want England starting to get frustrated. Foxy says, I was going to say that up to now, Maguire was really good, solid World Cup, but he's given the ball away in really poor positions twice now. He can't do that against the likes of France. Yeah, but listen, it hasn't come to anything, so let's try and stay positive. Carlos wants to know if Harry Kane is related to Chris Wood. He's certainly playing like him at the minute. But then again, we know that Kane, if he gets an opportunity, but he's got to be in the right position to get that opportunity because at the minute he's on the right wing. Rice plays it across to Luke Shaw. Shaw now to Bellingham. Bellingham wanted to go back to Declan Rice, finally does. Again, England looking for moves. John Stones, just over the halfway line, lays it up to Rice. Rice across to Bellingham. Bellingham into back, Bukayo Saka. Saka down to Foden. Foden a lovely 1-2 with Saka. Saka now, he's got Luke Shaw in support. Trying to flick it over towards Phil Foden, and it's cleared by Senegal. Declan Rice comes in there and manhandles his man to the ground, but somehow that wasn't a free kick. Interesting.
That could have possibly been a yellow card as well. I don't know why that wasn't flagged. Very odd.
Yes, this referee is a very interesting character, it's fair to say. But if you've just joined us, it is still 0-0. Round about, midway through the first half, I guess. Nothing really of note. No goalkeeper has had to make a save yet. We need to be quicker with our passes, says Keith. And we're back to the tactics from the USA game, says Steve, just passing across the back four. Yeah, it's gone a bit stale.
They've got no one to aim for because the centre forward static. Simple as that.
Yeah. You look at the forward line. I mean, there you go. Kane is now on the halfway line. I mean, we haven't got a centre forward at the minute. Long ball. Henderson does well to win England a free kick. A throw in midway through the Senegal half. And he's just looking. Where's the movement? He eventually goes back to Kyle Walker. Walker into Kane. Kane down to Walker. Walker plays it all the way back to John Stones. Stones goes across to Maguire. Fez says there's no one from the middle coming to collect the ball from the back. Yeah, and that's very, very static at the minute.
Rice isn't helping in his positioning as a 6 either. You don't see this issue with Bruno playing as a 6. He's able to receive the ball from the centre-backs, regardless of opposition, and play it out. They're either not comfortable giving it to Rice, or Rice is not available to receive it. It's one or the other, or both. It's very odd.
He seems to be behind a man at all times, Alex. Every time the centre has a ball, he seems to stand behind a man.
But Bruno is, but we don't seem to have that problem at club level. So it's something wrong somewhere. I'm not sure where the problem is, whether it's Rice himself or the centre-backs trusting him. Something's not right with Rice as a 6 because it's not working at all.
He's not making himself visible. It's as simple as that. He's there, but he's not visible because he's behind the player. Every time I've seen it so far.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see
you watch player.
Yeah, you watch him. He's always behind a man. Long ball out to the right-hand side. It is out. I thought for a second Kyle Walker had kept the ball in there and England were on the march, but they're not. Robert says, how can we have Bellingham, Saka and Foden on the pitch and we are not making use of them or picking out runs? Foxy says, I think it's more our midfield. Watch when our centre-backs have it. Rice never puts himself in a position to collect. Always like he does. It's like he doesn't want to.
You can see the same thing that we're seeing. So,
yeah, there's a Senegal player down at the minute. Rachel says, if Kane plays any deeper, he'll be in goal with little arms. Yeah.
I had to put my finger up there because Al Hadji Chief came on the screen.
Oh.
Gobber.
Spit the dog.
Tosser.
Ricky says, it's not crazy to say that Wilson should have started the USA game. Well, look, we need pace up there and we need somebody who's going to close down. And at the minute, Harry Kane is not doing that. And, again, it's been a frustrating half an hour because... Kane's had a few opportunities to control the ball and he's lost possession numerous times. Fez says, I was literally about to say the same thing as Stato. Bruno drops back to offer something creatively and pushes the ball forward. England don't seem to have that. Anyway, Senegal playing around now, coming forward, sprayed out to the right-hand side. Can they offer anything in attack, which they haven't really done so far in this first half? But maybe the longer the game goes on, the more confident they'll get, especially as the last 10 minutes have been frustrating for England. Well won back, but again, pressure from Senegal here. I mean, they'll want to use the likes of Sarr as much as they can because he's probably their main player on the field right now that can maybe unlock. But Senegal playing some nice one-touch football here. But again, good defending by England, forcing them back. But Senegal enjoying a little bit of possession here, which they haven't really had so far in this first half. And they're going to have to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Good pressing from Jordan Henderson. Look at Henderson. Why can't Kane do that? Henderson sprinting at 100 miles an hour, closing down. And
look at him there. No effort to make the ball.
Absolutely.
Absolute passenger.
But great stuff from Henderson closing down. So why can our centre forward not do that? It's crazy. Long ball out to the left-hand side. Kyle Walker deals with it very well. Saka's going to save the throw in, and that's a handball if I've ever seen one. But the referee says no. How is that not a handball? Chance for Senegal. Oh, what a save by Jordan Pickford to his left. Brilliant goalkeeping. And England get it clear, but could so easily have been 1-0 down, and Harry Kane is fouled. What a chance, Alex.
Yeah, this referee's having an absolute nightmare. He's got no control of the players. 100% handball in the build-up to that. Very, very good from him. What was he? Is he the number 9? He's not.
Yeah.
He is the number 9.
Yeah.
The one that we talked about, similar to Callum Wilson. Feeds onto the chance immediately. Nice little left foot. Pickford does well to get a strong left glove on it.
Yeah.
But that's dangerous. But in all fairness, when the build-up starts with a handball, I can't really blame England for that. The referee needs to start showing some yellows, start blowing his whistle a bit more. He's got no authority over this game.
How can he stick it? How can he stick an arm out like that and not get a? Unbelievable. Annie, good evening to you. He says credit to Senegal. They've made it frustrating for us. We haven't been able to create anything. Most build-ups have come down the Foden and Shaw. Yes, they have. We need Perlo in the middle, says Ricky. Chipper says it's like we're playing with 10 men with Kane up top. Well, Billy, I'd agree with that because he's offering nothing.
He's a passenger, an absolute passenger. No pressing, no pressing, no making himself available. Where he is now, look.
I mean, why is he there? Why is he there?
Again,
we've got no centre forward there.
He's going to lose it now. Actually, he's gone past someone.
He's lost the ball again. He's lost it. He's got it back. Saka's in a good position. Great. Very good defending again. Very good defending. But again, I'm sorry. Rotten. Free kick to Senegal. I think he won that. It's fair to say. But Senegal will, the longer as we, oh my goodness. Wow, there's a lion. I'm on my way. What the hell was that? Was that supposed to be a roar of a lion, Billy?
It was a very tame lion, that was.
Yeah.
In the song, it's an eagle. It's a crow or something, isn't it, in the background?
But, well, if you say so. Long ball for Senegal. Flicked on. Coming forward again. That looked like handball again. The referee's not even looking at plays. He's looking at England. He's not even watching play. Who's he looking at?
I'm going to look at this referee. This guy's absolutely shocking.
He's Slovenian.
At 0-0, I'm going to have a look at him because he's been so poor.
He's not even looking at the game. I mean, I have no idea who he was looking at there. That's going to just roll out for a through ball there. Runs out, goal kick England. Still England 0, Senegal 0. Coming up to, 34 minutes. And really, we're looking at that save again from Pickford. It was a very good save. Very strong left arm, finally. He made a good save there, Billy.
Indeed, yeah. He anticipated well. Maybe the striker could have gone to the far post or the near post. But yeah, Pickford was strong and very rarely lets England down, to be fair to him.
The ball is now with Harry Maguire. Slow ball over to John Stones. Inside to Jordan Henderson. Terrible pass by Stones. Really give Henderson no chance to get there. And Senegal bombing down the left-hand side now. Jacobs now for Senegal. He skips round. He's got round. He's got the cross in. Good defender by John Stones. Won it back very well. And Senegal have a throw in deep into England half. But again, Senegal showing some skill there. Getting the ball into the box. Steve says, as an England fan, I would much prefer Wilson over Kane. As a Newcastle fan, I'm more happy for Wilson to be an impact sub. Yeah. But at the minute, as Harry Kane now goes after the ball, manages to hold on to it. That's better from Kane. But then again, his pass was dreadful, but he got away with it because it comes back to him again. Kane, this time, gets the ball out to the left to Luke Shaw, who's in absolute bags of space on the left, inside to Foden. Foden, a little bit of a heavy touch, but he does very well to win the ball back. Luke Shaw now. Inside to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, back to Foden. Foden back to Shaw. This is better. Declan Rice. But again, it's slowed down and back to the halfway line. Harry Maguire. John Stones. Kyle Walker. Now it goes forward again. but it's not a great ball. And it's played away. And my computer is deciding to do things again by itself. So if I disappear, I do apologize. I'm not sure who was pressed. There's a ghost in here because things are happening on my laptop that really shouldn't be.
Yeah, this referee is he's not qualified for this event at all. Ivan Barton, he's only reffed under 20 CONCACAF, 2019 CONCACAF. He's refereed in the US, CONCACAF Nations League, under 17s World Cup. He's not qualified for this tournament at all. He's 31. He's not done enough. He's a professor of organic chemistry, but he's not very good at refereeing, it would seem.
Wow. Okay.
He's not rocking it up tonight, is he?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Anyway, Senegal have a free kick in a very, very interesting position. As Koulibaly pushes forward. He's a big fella, him, isn't he? He is a big unit. This is an opportunity for Senegal, the first real one of the game. In comes the cross. It's bounced away. It's cleared away. Senegal trying to get it back across, but they go down the right-hand side now. Declan Rice standing up to him, doing well, forcing him backwards. That was better from Declan Rice.
Why are we not pushing out?
I don't know. We seem very static again. I mean, it's like there's no communication back there. Oh, just overhit. That was a good move, good attempt by Senegal, but unfortunately it comes to nothing. And it runs out for a goal kick. Again, I mean, Billy, we haven't had a shot on goal yet, which is really frustrating, given the good start we had.
We've had a lot of possession, but we've not done a lot with it. Communication seems to be lacking. When you clear a ball, you should all push out en masse. Didn't happen then. It just sat back and let them come at us again. Yeah, there's some worrying signs here for England, I've got to say.
Kane plays it through for Bellingham. That is a good ball from Harry Kane. Bellingham. Henderson! 1-0 to England! Brilliant goal from England. And a credit to Henderson, who didn't stop. And that is a goal for England. And we take the lead in the 38th minute. Fantastic move and a brilliant, brilliant goal. It started, to be fair, from a good ball by Harry Kane down the left. To Jude Bellingham. Bellingham then with a lovely ball across. And Henderson, to be fair, finished it well. Billy Trey.
Yeah, commentator's curse there, wasn't it? Just like Harry Kane, he played a great ball. Great ball from Bellingham, though. The vision he showed to pick out Henderson. And well done on Henderson getting in the box and finishing it off.
Yeah. Alex? Your mic's off, mate.
I might have missed the build-up to it, but I saw the end product. Incredible ball across, and Henderson. Who even scores it? Is it Bellingham to Henderson? It is.
Henderson, yeah.
It is very, 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 very patient from Bellingham to play the cross behind the legs of the defender. And to be fair, Henderson has had a very good first, 40 minutes.
He has. He's played very well.
Done. A lot of us criticised his inclusion in this starting 11 today, and he's done very, very well for the first 40 minutes, and he's in the right position. We did say that whenever Kane drops deep, Henderson is trying to take up that forward role, and he was in the right place. Maybe he's in the wrong place.
Yeah, you know what it is? The thing is, I mean, we complained about Henderson, but he's been much more... If he plays like this, absolutely no problems with him playing at all. If he can play he's been more prominent as an attacking force rather than defensively. Senegal now coming straight back at us, and the ball rolls out for a goal kick. Good defending that by Maguire.
We didn't think Jordan Henderson had the legs to get beyond the striker, but clearly he has. So you've got to give him credit for that. It's great when late into the box. And a great
only question this raises is for Liverpool fans as to why he's not doing this for them.
Well, maybe it's because Mr. Bucktooth has got the shackles on him. But there you go. England fans looking very happy. Indeed, as we should be. We're 1-0 up. A really good time to score just before half time. Just deflate the Senegalese fans, although they're still boogieing away. Bless them. And Pickford is going to launch this forward. Kane might have made the pass, but he should have been where Henderson was. Look, we scored. End of story. Here's Saka now on the right-hand side. A second goal would be bloody marvellous. Saka's ball in. Kane! And he scoops it over the bar.
Should have scored. Should have scored.
Got to get it on target at least, haven't you, from there? Yeah,
he's unmarked. He's absolutely unmarked and shouldn't be. I mean, the ball is perfect for him, and he just had to lean back slightly, wasn't he? Just slightly behind him, to be fair to him. It was slightly behind the run he made.
Could have taken that on his left foot as well. He was stretching unnaturally to try and take it on his right when it would have been a lot easier to just take a side foot on the left foot. Very strange.
Now it's all about just keeping our heads. I mean, Senegal haven't really offered anything. Here's Saka now for England again. Saka on the left foot, just above Foden's head. And Foden applauds Saka because it was a good ball in from Saka. And Foden it was just too high for him.
Great pass from Kane again in the build-up.
Yeah, maybe he should be playing in midfield. Thank God we have Bellingham. Stick Henderson up top, says Carlos. Julie J says they're not Mackham scum until we're back in the Premier League. Indeed, they're England players today, of course. The ball is now with John Stones. He's not going to be rushed. He goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford then launches it, looking again for Harry Kane. He's nowhere near the Harry Kane, to be fair. Long header forward again from Senegal. Ball bouncing around in midfield. Kyle Walker plays it forward. Harry Kane goes down, looking for a free kick there. Howie, get up, man.
This referee needs to look at the ball. He keeps walking away and not having his eyes on the ball.
Yes, but here's Bellingham. The big chance here for Luke Shaw. Oh, he delayed it. Why? Why did he delay that? Just hit the ball with your left foot. Why did he smash it?
He made a great run too, to be fair to him. He made a fantastic
run. He did, but why did he not smash that into the corner?
That touch took him well away, isn't it?
Oh, dear me. Yeah, just a heavy touch there.
God, he'd be intercepted the ball in the first place, so you've got to give him some credit, but the touch there was horrendous.
We get the corner, but if I was Harry Kane, I'd grab him by the scruff of the neck there.
Yeah.
He'd probably miss him, to be fair, Stowe.
Well, yeah.
In comes the corner, headed away at the near post. Bellingham looking for Saka. Saka did well there, was strong in the challenge, and he's come out worse. Senegal will clear it up the field. Saka just sitting down on the floor at the minute. I think he'll be all right. He just had a bit of a collision. Jordan Henderson applauding his players around him, which is good to see. As we see the goal again, lovely ball back from Bellingham, right into the path of Henderson, and a real silky finish, to be fair, to put England in front. As we've seen, an England fan that looks to spit and double the guy from Dad's Army.
Don't panic.
I don't know why Henderson and Bellingham are trying to have a bit of a romantic moment.
Steve McClavin.
It's a bit strange.
Bloody hell. There's a few lookalikes in the England crowd today, guys. There's no doubt about that.
I saw Mr. Bronson off Grange Hill earlier as well, but I didn't say anything in case no one knew who he was.
Oh, God. I had a teacher who looked a bit like Mr. Bronson. He put the fear of God into people. Anyway, the ball is currently with Jordan Pickford. He plays it out to Stones. Stones to Declan Rice. Lovely dummy by Henderson. Sets Rice away down the right-hand side. He's got a lot of space, Declan Rice. Can he pick out a good ball? No, he can't. He tried to find Foden on the left-hand side, but Koulibaly was there to intercept the pass, and it's another England corner. Just not enough pace on that ball there.
Yeah.
But again, it's been promising from England the final sort of 10 minutes of this half. We've certainly gone up a gear again.
That proves that Rice is an 8, not a 6.
Yeah.
People in the wrong positions here. Although Henderson's done very well in a more forward role, to be fair.
Indeed. The referee screaming at somebody again. He's certainly vocal, the referee. I'll give him that. Foden, in comes the corner to the back post. Maguire didn't really go for that with any force. Good play by Luke Shaw to run it out for a throw-in for England. Pushes the player away. But I would have liked to have seen Harry Maguire a bit more aggressive towards that header, Billy.
Yeah, absolutely. I was exactly the same opinion. I thought he just kind of whipped out of it, to be fair.
Oh, what is this referee blowing for now? Or is he not? He's not blowing. Okay. Why is he 60 yards away from the block? What is this guy is not fit to referee this. Honestly, watch the referee for 30 seconds. It's shocking.
He's been quite shocking. Kane goes down again looking for a free kick. No, says the referee.
What's this guy watching?
Saka, the referee this time gives a free kick. I mean,
what game is this guy at?
This is
the right stadium?
mental. I mean, wow. I mean, that is a foul by Saka, to be fair, but I'm not sure about the one on Kane earlier on. He just sticks his ass out, doesn't he?
He might be able to get a call right if he wasn't more like he's not been within 30 yards of a decision for the last half an hour at least.
Yeah.
But where is he? The picture we currently see with Koulibaly on the ball, where is the referee?
The referee is absolutely nowhere to be seen.
See him.
I mean, he must be at least, 80 yards from where the players. What? Unbelievable officiating. But never mind. We're into 2 minutes of injury time. We're into the second minute now of that injury time. It's very, very close to being the end of the first half. Pretty satisfactory for England. Had a bit of a dodgy 10-minute spell, but went up a gear again, got the goal. And at the minute, really, yet we haven't seen anything to suggest that Senegal... but here they come. This could be commentator's curse again. Saka, what are you doing, man? That's awful defending. It comes right back. Great player from Bellingham. And he's got Foden to the left. He doesn't use him yet. He steps by one. Give it to Foden. He's away. He's got Harry Kane. Harry Kane is through. He's on goal alone. 2-0 England!
Never any doubt they'd score.
Harry Kane does not miss, to be fair, one-on-ones like that, and absolutely drills it home into the net, and England score right before half-time and lead by 2-0. Billy Bob Trey.
Just the perfect counter-attack goal, wasn't it? Absolutely superb from Jude Bellingham. I thought he might have delayed the pass to Foden a little bit too long, but it proved he didn't. Great ball from Foden and a super finish from Kane.
Alex?
Yeah, I mean, the flying pigs have disappeared. Harry Kane has scored from open play. Senegal, super naive there. Schoolboy error, throwing far too many bodies forward, trying to nick an equaliser before half-time.
Brilliant for Bellingham, though, again.
From Bellingham, yeah, and it was calmly played across to Kane. He takes his time, sets himself. Comfortable goal, well done, well played. Yeah.
But the one thing about Harry Kane is he's not going to miss those. Those are the bread and butters for Harry Kane, to be fair to him. And he took it really well, right through the laces, right at the back of the net. Didn't mess around. Didn't try to be too clever either. You know, like you see some strikers maybe dink it over or anything like that. He just laces it. The goalkeeper has absolutely no chance of saving that. And England lead 2-0 and are at the moment heading for a quarter-final with Les Bleus, which, you know, bleh. And the England fans going mental. It is half-time, even though we didn't see half-time there. We just saw lots of replays. But we do have a half-time whistle. Billy, I believe you need a pit stop.
I do indeed.
Yeah, I'll go after Billy. Yeah, unfortunately, Mummy Stato missed both goals. She went to put the oven on for the pizzas for the family when the first goal was scored, and then she went to put the pizzas in when the second goal was scored. So she missed both of them, unfortunately. It was very unlucky.
Never mind. Paul Gallant said it's coming home. Simon says, love our fans. We look a proper mess. Foxy says, Kane hit that Batistuta style. Yes, he did. It was kind of laces through. Christmas 365 says, hey, Paul, Billy and Alex, how are you all this afternoon? And how's the new car been treating you, Paul? It's fine, mate. It is fine. Trull says, I just can't praise Kane since I'm an NUFC fan. Not possible. I was worried early on, says Ian. Good last 20 minutes. Well, I think, really, Alex, apart from a dodgy 10-minute spell midway through the half, I think we've done all right.
Yeah, it was a little bit more of a complete... Well, I say complete. It was a better first half than we've shown so far in this tournament. Well, apart from Iran. We've been very nervous, and strangely, it's not needed to be that nervous, but we came out a lot more aggressive, a lot more up for it. I think we've got possibly a better selection, a better 11 that makes a bit more sense, a bit more balanced. The fact that Henderson's playing like Henderson from 3 years ago is really helping us. I think the final thing that needs to click, I'm not sure it can click is Rice, is the connection between the defence and midfield. Pickford's been really solid. Both the Mackems have been good, to be fair. It's very odd.
But look, it is what it is. We are in control of this game now, Billy, and destination is in our own hands now, well and truly.
Absolutely, and everything that's been good about England, Jude Bellingham's been involved in. He's made 2 goals, in my opinion. Just everywhere on the pitch, just the defensive stuff, just the hard yards. But he's also got that little bit of genius in his boots. Also, the lad is a star, absolutely 100%. Look, I think that's actually set up now for England even better. I think they've got to come at us now. We can hit them on the counter as and when we want. Maybe bring Kane off, give Callum Wilson maybe 40 minutes, half an hour. Who knows?
Well, I think if we definitely get a third, there's no need to risk some players, is there? I mean, Senegal, they haven't offered anything, Billy, to be fair. They've had a few, they did have one shot, which, was well saved by Pickford. But, that was through our own doing, really, and a poor refereeing decision. Steve says, for once, Kane was in the middle to receive the pass instead of being right on top of Saka getting in his way. Sophia says, defa game over now, Chippers. Fez says, Stato, can you tell her to go and put pizzas in and out of the oven for the entirety of the second half? Stato's mum and pizzas seem to be the talk of the town at the minute as to why we are now 2-0 up in this game. Foxy says, Bellingham to win Young Player of this World Cup. The guy's a star. He just seems to exude confidence every time we see him now, Billy, doesn't he?
19 years of age. He's not 19 years of age. He's not even fully grown yet. I mean, Christ, it's scary what this lad can become, I think. Definitely going to be a world star without any shadow of doubt. He's got everything. As I say, he's got everything.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like the player or the type of person who is going to let the hype go to his head, because if that was the case, the success that he's already had at such a young age, we would have seen that, wouldn't we? But all we're seeing is a level-headed, mentally strong young man right now.
Yeah, he comes from a well-grounded family in Birmingham, and he's very, very mature for his age. He looks like he's been playing international football for 10 years, hasn't he? No nerves, no nothing. He wants the ball, and he wants to do things with the ball for England, and got the lad's a special, special player. Yeah,
without a doubt. Carlos says he test drove a Tesla today. Very impressed. They're nice cars without a shadow of doubt. Paul says it's well worth staying up. 2-0 up. Keep it up going for the second half. Absolutely. Tony says, Arani Granny, it looks like it's going to be Benton rather than Barbados now. Yes. Martin says, will Bruno be a world champion? Well, I mean, time will tell on that. But certainly at the minute, Billy, England have got to be in the reckoning. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon saying it's coming home, because I think France will be a true test of where this team is, and a very big game.
If I'm perfectly honest, I've not seen anything to be scared of England-wise. However, there are 1 or 2 teams that are probably better than England, but certainly nothing to be scared of. I think we can give any team a game.
Yeah.
Why can't we win the World Cup? Absolutely no reason.
Absolutely. Ricky says nervous because of Senegal's forward press and lots of pace. Yeah, but they're not really utilising that pace, Ricky. That's the thing. We've seen it once or twice maybe in that first half. But if I was the Senegalese manager, Billy, I'd be a little disappointed that they haven't really utilised that pace. I mean, we've seen very little of Sarr.
Yeah, but because we've took control of the middle of the park, haven't we? Rice for all his faults and Henderson for all his lack of legs, and Jude Bellingham have just taken control of the midfield, in my opinion. So the chances they've got to feed the forwards have been few and far between. That's why I think they've been lacking. And if they have got the ball, it's been down to our mistakes, hasn't it?
Yep, definitely. Sophia said, would Kane get in the NAFC first team? Well, I don't think he plays the way Eddie Howe wants to play, to be honest. He's not exactly, a full-on press like Callum Wilson is, so probably not, which is bizarre to say. Chris has never thought I'd celebrate a Mackem scoring, however, I don't care. Bring on France. Yeah, look, he plays for England, and you have to say he's been one of England's better players in the first half. Him and Bellingham have probably stood out more than anyone, Billy.
Yeah, Henderson's been really good today. We all thought his legs had gone, but obviously the lack of playing time for Liverpool has helped England, because looks like he's cooking on full gas, and to make that run into the box was fantastic from him, considering, as I say, we didn't think he had legs to do it.
James says, if we get a third, I can relax. If they get one back, it's touching cloth. It's one of those things, though, isn't it? We just have to stay strong. Simon says, needed the goal to get it going. Agree, very nervous. At times more scared of losing the ball than pressing on. But I'm just an impatient fan. Saka to the Toon, says Carlos. Steve says, I've got a Tesla. The acceleration is hilarious, but the software is shit. And the range isn't great in the winter. I think that's the same with every electric car, mate, because mine's abysmal in the winter. Also, I'm finding out. With the price of Lecky, it's no cheaper to run than my Diesel 3 Series was. I'm still finding it a lot cheaper, Steve, I have to say. I am definitely saving more money than putting fuel in. But again, it's one of those. Facebook user says it's a game of two halves. It could all change in this half. Don't count your chickens. Bold prediction here now that Jesus is out. I think that Isak will score more goals than him this season. Stephen says a Bellingham £90 million cheeky bid. I think you're going to have to pay a lot more than that. A lot of people wanting Bellingham. Yes, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. You don't have to be a Newcastle fan. There is great football banter on this channel as well. So please do hit the subscribe button. And, of course, the notification bell to let you know when we go live or upload a video. Become a member of the Toon Review. Hit that join button. Lots of members' prizes to be given out. And you can donate to the channel, as so good people have already tonight, by hitting that $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and that will take you through that way. And we also offer merchandise, and this is where you can find it.
So let's get down to business.
I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you like it now. I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me how you like it.
Let's get down to business.
So there you go. Toonreview.co.uk is your place to go for all things merchandise. We've got some new stuff coming out very soon as well. Those of you that have placed an order and are waiting for orders, we are expecting an order back from the supplier either tomorrow or Tuesday. So you will receive your goods next week, definitely. Foxy says, would like to see Rice have more confidence in himself receiving the ball from the defence. Jules says, not bad for a Brummie. Yeah, he's all right. Paulie Max is hate to say it, but Pickford kept us in the game. Great save. Yeah, it was a big save at a big moment in the game. Alex, you got some first half stats for us?
Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected. Well, maybe not so. 4 shots to 3. We've had 2 big chances to their 1, and they missed theirs, of course. XG, not necessarily agreeing with the scoreline. We're on 0.67, and they've got 0.49. So the scoreline suggests it should be 0-0 or 1-1. Obviously, they had a very, very high value chance with that left-footed shot on goal. Pickford did very well to save it.
Yeah.
Whereas our goals from the positioning normally get blocked a little bit or saved. So good strikes from both players. Obviously, Kane's weighted on purpose, and he's very, very clinical in those areas. And then we're dominating possession as to be expected with 65% possession, 263 accurate passes to their 125. Both 5 fouls committed. Still, yeah, no yellows from the referee, even though I think a few of us have possibly expected 1 or 2. They've not arrived. And yeah, so what was the highest quality chance? That was Sarr with a 0.32 XG shot. Kane's goal was 0.24 XG. And Henderson's goal was 0.14. So good job from Henderson, though. This left-footed shot. Possibly that's why it's been given a low XG value, but very, very good from both of them. Fingers crossed we can extend it in the second half.
Absolutely. Chris says, if we beat France, we will be world champions. In my opinion, Newcastle will have world champions regardless. Renier says, England, come on. James says, we still have 3 chances and then UFC player being world champions. Switzerland, Brazil, and England. I can't see Switzerland winning it. But yeah, you never know. Denmark won the Euros, Billy, all those years ago.
And Greece, of course.
And Greece, yes. And of course, Denmark didn't even qualify for that competition. No. They were entered into it because of the situation that was in the formerly known as Yugoslavia. But
it was dodging the Balkans, wasn't it?
Oh, terrible time it was for everybody. It was awful. Martin says it's lucky Kane knew the right penalty area to be in. Look, he took his goal very well. There's no doubt about it. He took his goal superbly well. That is Harry Kane's strength. He's not going to miss from there. He took it like a proper centre forward should. Stick your laces through it. Make sure that you just don't go for fancy placing the ball or trying a little flick over the keeper. Just bury it, and that's exactly what he did, to be honest. So we can't be too hard on him for that. But other stages, though, too deep again. And that may come to bite us in the arse when it comes to playing the likes of France, if we don't have a centre forward up there. But if Henderson is able to make these runs and cover for Harry Kane when he comes deep, then fine. If we get goals from it, there you go. Christmas says the merch song is my jam. Thank you very much. Tony says Bellingham is such a strong young lad. Would love to see him in the black and white, but I think maybe a bit early for us. Yeah. Ian says, please stop me from dreaming. Look, if you can't dream about something in football, then what's the point? We'll
win it eventually.
How many times have we dreamt about Newcastle United over the years? If only. You've got to keep that belief, or else why do you watch football? Why do you support a football team if you don't have that inner belief or something like that to believe in? Sophia, thank you very much for your £10 super chat. Thank you for your continued donations to the channel. It's really welcome, and thank you. She says, seeing Alex getting madder and madder, then Alex angry, Googling the ref in the middle of the first half made me laugh. Yeah.
I wanted to see, I'm like this. I wanted to out the ref as terrible before anything bad happened. Because otherwise I'm just bandwagoning. If I start slagging the ref off after really bad calls have happened, like VAR or penalties, then I've got no foot to stand on. But if I can call it out early, it's important to do that. And I stand by that. I think he's had a shocking first half. I don't think he's got any control of the game. People are putting in some dangerous challenges. He keeps running. He keeps looking at the crowd and off to the side. And I'm not sure what he's doing. And he's always at least 30 meters or 30 yards away from the ball. You don't need to be on top of the ball. Fair enough. But he's peculiar refereeing performance. So much so that I've noticed it. And I don't think I've ever done that. For the regulars, I don't think I've ever whinged about a player being a referee being so out of position. I can't remember a game where I've complained about the ref's positioning. His call was fair enough, but his positioning is quite standard, surely.
Yeah. Well, England are about to get the second half underway. Jude Bellingham is just doing a little bit of the... that's a very strange warm-up exercise. Just getting the old hamstring stretch there. And we are underway for the second half. So we are 45 minutes away from a place in the World Cup quarterfinals against Les Bleus. Foxy says we just need this local ref to give Senegal some yellow cards. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that would help. Then we could take a bit more control in the midfield if they're all on yellows.
Yeah, absolutely. It's with Luke Shaw at the moment. Goes down the left to Phil Foden. By the way, I looked at that second goal a little more closely, and it's safe to say that Phil Foden's pass to Harry Kane was not going to Harry Kane had it not hit the Senegal defender. If you look at it very closely, he kind of overhit it. But, I mean, it's water under the bridge now, but I'm just saying it was... we got a little bit fortunate.
Senegal have made 3 subs at half-time, including and anyone that plays FIFA French League favourite, Bamba's come on.
Bamba.
You'll see him in Team of the Year, every year, Team of the Season.
Long ball forward towards Harry Kane, but he's out-jumped. Senegal, that's a dive if ever I've seen one. My goodness me. Get your ass off the floor now. Boy, ridiculous.
For anybody who watches transfer shows, that's Bamba Dieng that we've actually reviewed several times.
Yes, we have. We have. I mean, why isn't the referee having a word with the Senegal player there for throwing himself to the floor like that? I mean, unbelievable. Foden's flick on now to Harry Kane. Kane again loses the ball. That's not where we were. He's done that too much in this game. It's annoying. Look at Phil Foden closing down, sprinting after it like a ferret. John Stones now. Nice little touch out to Kyle Walker. Walker goes to Henderson. Henderson goes and turned down to Bukayo Saka. Saka plays all the way back to Kyle Walker. There's certainly no need for England to do anything daft now, is there?
Absolutely not. It's up to Senegal to make the running now, and we can hit them on a counter attack. I think that's what the plan will be.
Yeah. Here's John Stones all the way forward to Bellingham, who just calmly knocks it back to Harry Maguire. Maguire is going to go long for Bukayo Saka. That's a cracking ball, actually. And it finds its man, Saka. And the overrunner is Henderson again. He's clipped it. Where is Harry Kane? I mean, come on, guys. Surely Harry Kane. I mean, he just clipped it in there. You expect your centre forward to say thank you very much and nodded at the back of the net.
Just no awareness, was there? No.
Did the referee blow his whistle and then play advantage?
I don't know, but he's Jude Bellingham now into the Senegal box, but unfortunately can't get by the defender. But he's really... And the referee gives a freak. Oh, my Lord.
Amazing decision.
Wow. Paul Gallant says it's time to throw the kitchen sink at them. I'm not... Well,
not we two.
Two in a World Cup, mate. Just keep the ball. Keep possession. Play sensible. But, if Harry Kane had been on his, where centre forward was supposed to be, we could actually have been...
this is when Callum Wilson makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
Norvik says Harry Kane's still on the bog.
Oh.
Yeah, Declan Rice rather fortunate there to get away with that, but he did. Luke Shaw. Oh, what a dummy by Bellingham. But again, Harry Kane is fast asleep. Now he's back on the ball. Kane plays it into Bellingham. Bellingham now. Oh, he's taken down. He's gone down. A bit too easy for me. And here comes Senegal now. Out to the left-hand side. He's going to have a run against Kyle Walker. Pulls it back. Well, they're not really committing a lot of players forward, Senegal, to be fair.
They don't want to England play, do they? This is it.
Oh, that's a good ball. They're in with a chance here. Oh, my goodness me. And the shot comes in and it bounces wide. But
not sure Luke Shaw knows what position he's playing there.
Yeah, indeed. He's all over the place. As the Senegal fans keep believing, keep bouncing around. It's onside. It's a good ball down to the right-hand side. He pulls it back really well. Actually, I think Declan Rice got a touch on that, and the shot was wide.
Luke Shaw goes to close him down as the Senegalese right winger receives the ball and then changes his mind and starts backing off again. Again, I use this comparison all the time, and I apologise because Emil Kraft is now brilliant. But when he was poor, that's what he used to do. He used to half commit to take on the winger, and then he would backpedal into the penalty area. Luke Shaw can't be doing that.
Indeed.
Especially not against Dembele next week if we get through.
Anyway, England just knocking it around and playing it forward now to Kyle Walker using his burst of speed. But finally, we found somebody who was as quick as him. I just realised we've got a female lineswoman for today. They really haven't been tested. Certainly the lines. What do you call them? As referees' assistants, or they're still called? I don't understand. They haven't really been called into any big offside assistants.
Yeah, assistant referees. Yeah,
they haven't really been called into many offside talking points today. That's fair to say. But the referee, my goodness me, I'm not sure what planet we've got him from, but well, he must have belief in his vision because he's always about 100 yards away from where the football is. To be fair. Anyway, Luke Shaw has it now on the halfway line. He does look. I mean, who's he looking at?
Whenever the ball is played, he looks away, doesn't he? It's not just me. This guy is not fit for purpose. As soon as a player's about to make a pass, the referee will look in the opposite direction to play. I don't know what he's doing. It's bizarre.
I can see a Toon shirt in the background. There's what looks like an Indonesian man wearing a Toon top. I've just seen one in the crowd. Bellingham, I'm not sure whether he took an elbow to his googly wooglies there. As we're seeing Callum Wilson, Marcus Rashford, Jack Grealish, Kieran Trippier all on the bench. And good to see Jack Grealish, by the way, apologise for his comments about Miguel Almiron. I thought that was very dignified of him to do so. Great ball. Yeah, here's Bellingham now on his left foot. He's got three around him, pulls it back, cleared away. Harry Kane, who
that's in the way, that's one.
Well, he is. Plays it back to Rice. Rice across to Kyle Walker. Walker down the line to Bukayo Saka. Saka now cuts back in on his left-hand side. Head up, goes to Kyle Walker again. Walker plays the ball down to Henderson on the right. Henderson inside to Saka. Saka now. He's got support from Maguire. Maguire now out to the left-hand side where Luke Shaw is waiting. Shaw inside to Phil Foden. Foden has a look again. Can't go any further. Shaw's going to have to go backwards again. But at this moment in time, it actually suits England. But Maguire, again, was a little bit slow there, Harry Maguire, it has to be said, and almost caught out, but good covering from John Stones, who was just stretching his hamstring a bit there, guys.
He did nick his hamstring some weeks ago for Manchester City as well.
That's a good header from Kane. Down to Foden. Foden now. He's only really got Kane up with him and plays an atrocious ball through. And it's back with the Senegalese goalkeeper. And Phil Foden is furious with himself. But that's good to see. It's good to see Phil Foden getting frustrated with a bad pass because it'll just G him up even more. Long ball forward from the Senegalese goalkeeper now. Headed on by Harry Maguire. Towered above him there to win that ball for England. Foden getting it stuck in. And again, Bellingham comes across to win the ball. He's just everywhere, this kid. I mean, it doesn't matter where the ball is on the football pitch. When Senegal have the ball, he's there. It doesn't matter where he is on the pitch. That's good play from Declan Rice. Now Harry Kane, he's got Bukayo Saka. Oh, why didn't he give that to Declan Rice? And it's poor from Saka.
Kane
really poor.
Left. Rice was in acres of space.
Yeah, I think Kane chose the wrong option there. And certainly it wasn't.
He looked. He knew he was there and he chose the other option. That's even worse.
That's poor. Really poor.
Replay show he knew Rice made the run and he chose Saka instead.
And it's a goal kick now for
It seems
Senegal.
like whether it's Kane or the centre-backs, they don't seem to trust Declan Rice. Very bizarre.
Yeah. Carlos says he thought Senegal would have pushed a bit higher to start this second half. Maybe. Or maybe they're just very wary of the counter-attack for now. And, we'll step it up midway through the second half. Time will tell. Rachel says Saka is having a mare today. Yeah, he hasn't been great, to be fair, Saka.
I think Rashford as a sub would make sense now.
Yeah, I thought Rashford would have started over Saka today. I really did. I was surprised to see Saka in the starting lineup, but he hasn't been great, to be honest. And some of these instruments that these Senegalese fans have are very strange-looking things. But they're not looking happy about something, and maybe it's the fact that England are taking quite a while to take this goal kick. Long ball forward from Pickford. Kane is underneath it, nowhere near it. Headed on again. That's good defending from John Stones. Really good play from Stones. Luke Shaw now on the left-hand side into Harry Kane. Kane is going to go out to Saka on the right-hand side. Saka now brings it down. He's got support from Henderson. That's good play. Henderson now. Ball comes in. Not the greatest ball and cleared away by Senegal. All the way to Kyle Walker now. Just brings it down. Goes all the way back now to John Stone. Stone has got Harry Maguire in support.
You're considering Henderson started as a winger. That was a very poor cross.
It was, yeah.
Do you know who Harry Kane's modelled himself on? You can see it now. He's modelled himself on Nigel Clough. But exactly the same way as Nigel Clough used to.
Oh, that's a good shot, actually. And the goalkeeper made a meal of that. But Mendy is susceptible to a mistake or two, Billy.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is. He's very dodgy. Had a good first season with Chelsea, but the last season he wasn't great, was he? He hasn't been great this season either. So much so he's been dropped, hasn't he?
Indeed, yeah. The ball did kind of move in the air a little bit there. Fantastic view from behind this shot. Good defending again from Harry Maguire coming across there. But Senegal have it back now. You would expect that they've got to try and push at some point, but they are susceptible to the counter-attack, and we certainly have pace. Bellingham wins it again.
Oh, unlucky.
Wow. Well, he's got to take Saka off. Saka for me at the minute is he's not performing. And we'd have a much bigger threat. Here's Harry Kane. Very lucky there. Phil Foden takes it on, skips away. Play. Foden, ball in the box. Saka scores! Do you know what it is? Every time we slag a player or say a player's not playing very well, they go and score. So who's next on the hit list, guys?
Oh dear. I'll find Declan Rice to bend one in 30 yards in a minute.
Well,
we'll criticise Declan Rice.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked with Harry Kane and it's now worked with Saka. So there you go. Phil says, what were you saying about Saka? Yeah, exactly. But we did it with Kane in the first half and Kane went and scored. So why not continue? Foden, you shit. Bellingham's been horrible.
It was terrible defending there.
It was awful.
They completely left Saka. You can't do that.
He's not
either. Saka can only play what's in front of him, but in all due respect, that was absolutely bottom of the barrel defending from Senegal there.
To be fair, it was a good finish though.
It was a good finish.
He kept his cool, little dink with the left foot.
He didn't even look at the goalkeeper's position. He kept his eyes on the ball and knew where he was putting it as well.
I mean, Mendy, should he have been quicker off his line? Yeah, should have been quicker off it. He was slow off his line though, wasn't he?
Right, get Wilson on now, please.
Yep.
He wants a goal.
There's no reason why we can't make changes now. We are cruising. James says, Paul, just say the words. They won't bring Callum Wilson on, please. I don't think Gareth Southgate is going to bring on Callum Wilson. Let's see. Let's just, when the players were coming out at the start, Harry Kane was high-fiving all but one player who he totally stonewalled. Okay, well, I don't know who that was because I wasn't watching it then. Foden has the ball, running back towards his own goal. Maguire will go back to Pickford, and Pickford will just take his time here. He gives it to Stones. Stones inside now to Declan Rice. Harry Kane now outside to Jordan Henderson. Henderson cuts inside as Bellingham's making a fantastic run on the left, but he wasn't pointed out, and then Kyle Walker can't get the cross in.
Saka made a great run earlier on in that phase as well.
He did, yeah.
But Bellingham was in acres there, lads. Bellingham was in acres that he'd been, just clip the ball. Wow. But there you go. Chipper says we could get 4 or 5 here. Yeah, we could if we go for it. I guess time will tell, but Kyle Walker will take this throw in. And he goes long looking for Harry Kane, who doesn't bother jumping. And Senegal deal with it. But it's a knife to the heart of Senegal, that, isn't it? I mean, at 2-0, they've got
2-0. Yeah, there's a way back in if you nick a goal, isn't there? But 3-0 down. Even if they score now, it's still a mountain to climb.
Still yellow card there if he gets one there.
Well, I don't think he will get a yellow card, Billy, because I don't think
he hasn't got any cards. I think that's a yellow.
I mean, that's a yellow all day long. He sweeps him down with his right foot. I mean, hell's teeth.
He even apologised because he knew it was a bad foul. No yellow.
Although he didn't make any contact with him, to be fair. He jumped over him. There was no contact made at all there. But never mind. Varane isn't keen to face Wilson after fouling him in the box at Old Trafford. Yeah. It'd be nice to see Wilson, but we'll see. Good work there by Declan Rice. It's good to see them still chasing the ball down, to be fair, as we look at Jack Grealish now warming up. Calvin Phillips is warming up. Marcus Rashford is warming up. I don't see Mr. Wilson, though.
Got to say it again.
I don't think it'll bring Wilson on. Here comes Senegal. Good tracking back by Henderson again. Great work by Henderson. And then Rice. Now Kane. Kane, nice little dummy. And a night he did really well to set Foden away again. But Foden just took a heavy touch. And the move sadly breaks down. Well, that was better by Harry Kane. He seemed very...
Henderson's been superb.
He has, actually, yeah. Really good. Certainly Bellingham and Henderson, the standout players for England today, without a shadow of a doubt. But we've still got half an hour to play. Anything can happen, as I mean in England's score, and certainly not Senegal coming back because, they've offered nothing, Senegal. Coming out for this second half, you'd think, right, they're African nations champions. You'd think they've got a bit about them to try and get back into this game. But they haven't. They've offered nothing so far. As we've just seen the goal again from Bukayo Saka. Lovely little flick into the net. But you know what? I still think Mendy was too slow coming off his line there. I mean, it wasn't the quickest. It wasn't like flashed across the box, was it? I just thought Mendy could have been a bit quicker.
It wasn't a difficult run to predict either. It was clearly going to be the only ball in, and he was the only player in the box. So Mendy should have read that.
Absolutely. There's a Senegalese player down on his honkers here. He said, "No, I don't want treatment. Get away from me." Jack
Just
Grealish
barges the ref.
He does. I think Trippy is coming on because he's fastened his laces up quite rigorously. Arturo, thank you for another €10 super chat. He says, will Isak be available for Leicester City? Well, time will tell, my friend. It's all very quiet on the front at the minute, but of course they've just arrived in Saudi Arabia, the Newcastle squad. And here's Jordan Henderson again on the right. Foden's making a real drive forward, but Henderson doesn't use him. I thought when Henderson looked up there, he was going to clip the ball over, but he didn't. The ref is running around like I've been getting out of bed on a morning off this flu bug broken. Okay. Women's team brought football home at the Euros in the summer. Now it's staying home. Well, Steve's very confident. Interesting. Anyway, Harry Maguire has it now halfway through the England half, up to Phil Foden. Lovely little flick to Bellingham. Outside to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw cuts inside. Back to Bellingham. Bellingham just rolls it back to Harold Maguire, who goes across to John Stones. Stones just bringing it forward at a pace of a snail, but that will do us at the moment. Flicked. Henderson was basically karate kicked there, and the referee, I mean, surely that's got to be a yellow card.
He hasn't got any cards.
He bloody kicked him. And Henderson says, ooh, ow, my knee hurts. Look at this. I mean, well,
I don't know what the karate kick was there, but
I'll be honest with you, it's if he's gone down to that, this could be a bad one.
I thought he karate kicked him, Alex, just the angle I was looking at, but I'll take it back. Rashford is coming on as well, guys. That has to be for Saka. In fact, I think he'll change Saka and Foden here by the looks of things. Yeah, Saka is coming off. He's gone off on the other side of the pitch. So it is Phil Foden coming off as well. So basically he's changing his wide men. Foden's had a good game. He should be pleased with himself.
Got an assist.
And on comes Grealish and Rashford. So Rachel says Grealish has got a good pair of pins. Well, okay, Rich. Okay. Anyway, England have a free kick midway through the Senegalese half. Henderson and Rashford are over this. I think it's just going to be surely a ball in the box as Saka's getting the standing ovation from the England fans behind the goal, as indeed is Phil Foden, as they just trot behind the goal there. Phil Foden looks like he's been in World War III, bless him. In comes the... no, it doesn't. He cuts it back to Kyle Walker. Walker now goes long, looking for Harry Maguire at the back post. He's out-jumped, and the referee gives a free kick.
That's a lot of bollocks.
He's saying that elbow...
You only elbowed him, so I...
Yeah, he's
that makes no sense, because if what he said is true, then that's a yellow card offence. I'm so confused. This referee has not got a clue.
Potentially red if he's an elbow.
Yeah.
His words as well, not ours. A ref said that.
I'm a little confused by this, I have to say. Certainly comedic value in this referee today. Good clearance by Pickford to Luke Shaw. Shaw brings the ball down, rolls it into Jude Bellingham, who rolls it back to Harry Maguire. Maguire looks up, sees Luke Shaw. Sorry, I'll get the names right in a minute. John Stones brings it forward. Henderson back to Stones. Back to Henderson. Back to Stones. 15 all, 30 love. Stones, Henderson, and he just knocks it back to Jordan Pickford. England are in full control of this game. There is no doubt about it. Senegal, again, just the belief seems to have been sucked out of them now with that third goal. And Rice is fouled there, surely. It was a bad tackle again. But again, Senor Dickhead does not give a... That's a yellow card, surely. Am I missing something here?
There's 4 or 5 yellow cards in this game, and he's not given a single one. I'm so confused. We like the game to flow a bit. The brilliant physicality, yeah, all for it. But it's a bit silly now.
Anyway, Rashford is on the ball. Rolls it into Henderson. Henderson across to Declan Rice. Rice to Maguire. Maguire now decides... Well, that's another foul. And the Senegalese fans are looking well
dancing anymore, are
distraught.
they?
No, they're not. They're not. They've put down the drums, it's fair to say. Anthony says, I've just read the ref's lips. He said something about car insurance. Okay. I agree with Alex. This ref is sure missing something, but I'm not sure it's cards he's missing. Well, he's got incredible eyesight. I know that much. From where he stands on the pitch. I mean, he incredible stuff. Anyway, here comes Senegal. Through ball all the way through to Jordan Pickford. As the forward man there wasn't even looking where the ball was.
Yeah, that was incredible from their number 21 there. If the striker was switched on, they were through.
Absolutely. Chipper says, I've just seen a Booker T Stonewaller in the crowd. Honest, the lookalikes are out in force. Yeah, they are. Simon says, Wimbledon are on the phone for you, Paul. Big contract. Really? Okay. Anyway, Senegal bringing the ball forward, stuck in their own half, really. They can't seem to get anywhere. Long ball now, again, played forward towards, and it's headed away well by Luke Shaw, but straight to, oh, this is an opportunity here if he can turn, but good defending again by England. They're just crowding them out, aren't they? They're just crowding them out. Rashford trying to give chase here. England pinned back a little bit here the last couple of minutes. Ball played out the left-hand side. But again, you know, the defensive line looks good for England. And that cross
What
is...
on earth was that?
He was going nowhere, was he? Literally
That was
going
a Gary
nowhere.
Neville cross, that was.
Hey, Gary Neville was a good crosser of the ball.
Not when he got old.
Phil, on the other hand, my goodness me, those are huge earrings. You could actually have a budgie living in them.
That's Pat Butcher, wasn't it?
It certainly looked like Pat Butcher. That looked like the Wags sitting up there, the England
It
Wags.
did, didn't it? I think we'll see that red kit against France, because France have obviously got blue, and we've got a little bit of blue on the little shoulder pads of the England shirt.
Yeah,
so we might
there
see
is
that red
yeah.
kit.
There is a possibility.
Because the France away kit's white, isn't it? So we'll definitely see the red kit, I think.
Yeah, I would
They'll
say
wear
so,
white,
yeah.
we'll wear red.
Absolutely. Anyway, John Stones seems to have the whole of Qatar to himself here. He's not been pressed at all. Nice ball. Nice flick from Henderson onto Rashford. Rashford, he's got Henderson has just shown incredible fitness in this game, guys. I've never seen him run like that for years.
I think he's found the fountain of youth somewhere in Qatar, because he's a changed man.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
They're like the fountain of youth in Sunderland, aren't they?
Oh, Billy. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Chippers is talking about the women in the crowd, as you probably would expect. Here come Senegal down the right-hand side here. Again, good pressing from England, not allowing them any time. Just doing what they need to do now, see the game out. It's very, very comfortable. But Senegal will be disappointed with the way they've played today. I would suggest they haven't offered anything really. But England, to be fair to us as well, we've seen this game out really well. We've played well. We've done what we've had to do in this game. Nice, Grealish.
Well played.
Yeah, and then Henderson. That's got to be a yellow card, referee.
No,
I mean, England clearly going on a break there, and he trips him up.
Yeah.
God almighty. Anyway, Senegal making a change here.
We are up to 18 fouls committed from both sides, yet to see a yellow card.
Unbelievable. Have we not had a yellow card in this game?
No yellow cards. 18
I thought he
fouls.
showed an early one, did he not? Obviously
Nope.
not. Wow.
Senegal with 5 shots. I can't remember there being 5. Apparently there has been 5.
5 shots. Where have they come from? Goal kicks.
Potentially. I think they might have counted some of those stray crosses.
Again.
Yeah, to be fair, there's a few of them still boogieing away, aren't they? Enjoying every moment of the World Cup, and as they should be. Here comes Senegal. They convinced John Stones there that the ball had gone out, and it has indeed. Right, why isn't he taking Harry Kane off here? There's no need to keep Harry Kane on the. I don't think we've mentioned Harry Kane in the last 15 minutes of
Yeah,
this
I mean,
game.
if he loves him so much, he should protect him and take him off.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane doesn't want to come off, Harry Kane won't come off.
That's a good point. Carlos says, I'm sure I've just seen Mr. T in the crowd as well. Wow. I mean, that was Rashford's gone down holding his head, and the referee's not even looking. There's a head injury on the pitch. The referee is not looking. He has no idea. I don't think the referee actually knows where. Right, he's given a free kick.
Did he go for card there? Oh, I thought he.
Yeah, I thought he went for a card.
Well, either that or he's going for the shaving foam.
Yeah, he wanted to touch his magic spray.
I'm not sure, Rashford, you should be going down holding your head for that because you didn't actually
We all know Marcus Rashford with his political campaigns likes to make a meal of things, isn't he?
Well, indeed. But when you hold your head like
terrible.
It was shocking. That's why I didn't even react to it, to be honest. Dear God. Alex, are you sure about the no yellow cards? I agree with Paul. I could swear the ref showed a yellow a bit ago.
Unless I've missed something.
I'm not sure.
I can't see any given on here.
Anyway, Senegal have a free kick, and it's into the side net. And as Jordan Pickford just watches it, had it covered all the way. Ian wants to know why Snoop Dogg is managing Senegal. Does look a bit like Snoop Dogg, actually.
He used to play for West Ham, I think, years ago. LUCC.
Yeah, of course, Song Rigger. Wow. I mean, you see them walking around the street in the nighttime. They'd scare the shite out of you, wouldn't they?
I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's the same as us having like the Crusaders and stuff, isn't it, in the crowd? It's quite impressive.
Now, there you go, Alex. You're saying you don't mind that, but the poor USA fans you absolutely slaughtered the other day.
Because it's just not, they dress up in traditional sort of cultural warrior paint. We've got the Crusader knight outfit. It's cultural. It's from heritage. They just pop a cowboy hat on. It's just not. It's not the same. It's not the same energy.
Hashtag Americanness. Evening, Jimmy, if you're watching. Hope you're well. Anyway, it looks like England are going to be bringing on Mason Mount and Calvin Phillips in a mo. Meanwhile, Jack Grealish has the ball, cuts inside. Nice bit of running by Jack Grealish, hauled down to the floor, but England keep the ball. Nice ball out to Rashford on the right-hand side. Rashford back to Kyle Walker now. Walker inside to Declan Rice, back to Kyle Walker. Clips the ball all the way back to John Stones, who will nod it back to Jordan Pickford. No
yellows. I've checked FOTMob and SofaScore, and there's no yellows on either. So I don't think so.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't know why I thought that.
You thought that because there should have been several.
Now, there's a yellow card right there. How late was that on Harry Kane, by the way? Yay! Finally. I mean, look at that. That's a shocker. Koulibaly just runs through the back of Harry Kane. No intent to get the ball at all.
You better get Callum Wilson up.
Yeah, I mean...
And that was the 20th foul of the match. So we've just got to wait for another 20 to get the second yellow card.
Jesus H. Christ, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, I don't know why he's not bringing Harry Kane off. I don't understand. Anyway,
Eric Dyer, you're having a fucking laugh, aren't you?
Yeah, John Stones is coming off for Eric Dyer. Bellingham's coming off for Mason Mount.
Dyer in the back four. It's not October anymore. Jesus.
Oh, dear me.
I mean, I don't understand why he's not giving Callum Wilson another, 15, 20 minutes. I just...
You could do with your striker being sharp. If Kane has a problem between now and the France game or gets injured, we need Callum Wilson sharp and firing.
But Kane's offered nothing in the second half, guys. Literally nothing. And a foul on Mason Mount there. England have a free kick. I mean, even if another striker was sitting on the bench, I'd say, why isn't he bringing Kane off? Because he's offered nothing the second half. We've got what?
I wouldn't even say that's the criteria. The criteria is you want your spare striker having a few minutes to stay sharp in case they're required.
Yeah, absolutely.
So regardless of the bias, for obviously we love Wilson, but we need the spare striker to be slightly sharp in case he's needed against France. So it makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas 365 says, haha, I'm from the States and I agree with Alex about the cowboy hats. Just dumb. Yeah.
Well, especially when it's not like the full US, is it? That's culturally for cowboy hats. It's the southern region. So it's only a part of them. It's like us taking a bit of culture from one part of the UK and making it the whole thing. Well, I don't know. Do we have a regional thing in the UK that's like a cowboy hat? No idea. There you go. That's a fun quiz for people. What's the equivalent of a cowboy hat here? You can't say a top hat because we don't wear them anymore.
No, that's a good point. Well, you could say that maybe tractors are associated with
Tractors.
Somerset.
We'll just dress up as tractors, shall we, against France?
Just wear tractor t-shirts and stuff, dear. Anyway, we got round about 12 minutes of normal time remaining, then whatever this crazy fool decides to add on, which would probably be about 15 minutes on this referee. Good work there by Kyle Walker, flicked on by Rashford. Just too far in front of Declan Rice, and it's all the way back deep into the Senegalese half.
Rashford's having one of his anonymous days, isn't he?
He hasn't done much since coming on, has he? He's very, very anonymous. Martin Murray says, how about a flat cap? Yeah, flat caps. Yeah. I might try and buy a flat cap and wear it for the commentary of the France game. I think why not?
Yeah, we need some of the Birmingham City fans who like Bellingham to come and dress up as the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, well, a few of them flat caps. I mean, I used to have one actually, not the old man style, but I used to have one. I got told I suited it very well. Anyway, here's Jack Grealish whizzing about inside the centre circle. Lays it off to Kyle Walker. Henderson goes for a beautiful ball down. What a ball that is for Rashford. He's got Kane in the middle and just too far in front of Harry Kane. And he looked like he had a right go at Rashford there. I'm not sure why.
Wilson scores that.
I thought it was a decent ball across as well.
Too slow on his way, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And Harry Kane walking back like he's got something to sulk about. But anyway, here's Kyle Walker on the halfway line. Lays it off to Henderson. England just strolling around the pitch now, knocking it around and just playing these remaining minutes out. As the ball is now back with Eric Dyer. Gives it to Harry Maguire. Maguire looked as if he was going to go along there, but then just rolls it back along to Eric Dyer.
Calvin Phillips is coming on, by the way.
He is indeed. I can see him there waiting to come on. Carlos has heard Pele is in a palliative care. Such a shame. Well, we're getting various reports about Pele, but then again, he's such an iconic figure. They won't want to broadcast anything really bad until something really bad happens, I guess. Paul, as long as you don't dress up as a prince in drag like Halloween. Chippers, at least I can look good in a Halloween costume. You just look awful, full stop.
Ooh.
Well, surely that's another yellow card there.
Poor Grealish again. As soon as he touches the ball, just hacked down for no reason. He wasn't in a dangerous position.
I'm sorry, but that is a great ball in by Marcus Rashford, and Harry Kane's just not quick enough to get there.
He knows it.
But the way he looked at Harry Maguire is Henderson coming off. Absolutely brilliant game from Henderson, indeed. Very well played.
Covered 10K. Well done.
Yeah, should be very, very pleased with himself today.
81 minutes is very good.
Anthony says, I've been wearing flat caps since I was a kid, and I still always have a couple of decent ones. And I've got my dog walk and barber flat cap too. I'm baldy, so I've got a belt a hat collection. Well, send me one, mate. Ricky says, no Jesus for Arsenal. That's another opportunity for us to end a North London club's unbeaten home record. Absolutely. Anyway, Grealish battling with Koulibaly here. And it's back with the Senegalese goalkeeper now. Chipper says, Harry Kane's walking around like he's got piles. If you say so. foul by Kyle Walker, and he's having a right go at the referee, but he's not going to get anywhere with this guy because he's just, well, he's a monumental bell end, isn't he? Anyway, out to the right-hand side now, Grealish covering. Good play that from Grealish, forcing them back again. Mason Mount on a charge. Back to the Senegalese goalkeeper, and he plays it, a long ball out to the left-hand side. A little bit high, but they kept it in play. Good defending by Kyle Walker again. Now, Rashford didn't really have the strength. That's poor. Throw into Senegal. Long forward. Eric Dyer wins the header really well. Rashford, what is that? In the love of God. As Calvin Phillips tangles on the halfway line, forcing him back. Good play from Calvin Phillips. That was a horrible touch, Billy.
Oh, it's like he's got his boots in the wrong feet again, like he did in the first half against Wales. He's been awful since he's gone. I'm not sure about Graham's comment.
Henderson being shite. Give our Graham, will you? He's been one of the better players on the pitch for England. Honestly, what a pathetic thing to say. If you're saying that just because you're a Newcastle fan, Graham, it's a bit sad, really, because I
can't think of anything he's done wrong, to be fair.
No, yeah, he's been excellent. Him and
being born in Sunderland, of course.
Well, yeah, but Bellingham and Henderson have been our two best players today. No doubt about it. Not a shadow of a doubt about it, Graham. So I'll give you a shake. Yes, good point, Martin. Kowal is the youngest player in the knockout rounds since Pelé.
He is.
As Senegal have a header over the bar. It's the first time they've really threatened in this second half. But the header, fortunately for England, is miles over the bar. Good cross.
I don't like that nobody's there to close that down. I hate it when people just allow a winger a free run and cross. It's bizarre. I've said bizarre about 5 times today. I need a thesaurus.
Well, the referee's bizarre.
Yes, indeed.
Anthony says, I've been gone to the same shop in the Granger Market for donkeys to get me everyday flat caps. They're a belter little hat shop and read in the Toon. Well, you could still send me one, Anthony. You know, we can promote this shop together. We can give them a shout out. If they're wanting a shout out on the channel.
Yeah, channel sponsors.
Yeah, indeed. I could wear one and give them a shout out.
We have fake 10 caps, didn't we?
Indeed, Billy. Sophia says, so the ref won the monumental bell end of the match award. Oh, absolutely. There's no other person I could possibly give it to in this game. But to be fair to him, he is advertising wonderful eyesight. That people can have eyesight to referee a match from 100 yards away.
Yeah, if the Specsavers admin isn't on this, then I'll be surprised.
Absolutely. As Grealish goes up to win a header, but comes off second best, unfortunately. And Senegal are just playing around at the back now. They know the game's gone. Yep. It's completely gone. England I'm really disappointed that we haven't seen Callum Wilson, though. Really disappointed. Because at 3-0, the game's won. The game's done and dusted. Why keep Harry Kane on the pitch? He's done nothing in this second half. Absolutely nothing. And at the minute, he's in the right wing position. He's on the ball now. And he's lost the ball again. Wow. And that's a foul there by Mason. Is it? Billy, he's not getting that. He's not getting that out again. It's too much of an effort to get it out of his pocket.
Foul number 25.
He obviously not the admin work afterwards, is he?
Yeah, indeed. Here comes Senegal. Whipped in. Anthony says, I'm dropping hints where you can pick them up, Paul, because I'm on the bones of my arse. Take the hint. Yeah, look, you've just said you've got a huge collection of them. I'm just saying, send me one to try it out. I'll try it out and then I'll go to this shop. Because Southgate hates Newcastle, Paul. Corner to Senegal. It would be just like the referee here at 3-0 to still add about 10 minutes of injury time on. Cross comes in and Pickford deals with that quite easily.
He's got long arms, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
He's presenting the ball like it's Simba there.
I know he was holding the ball up as if it was the bloody World Cup. What the hell was he doing? Honestly, unbelievable. I don't think Grealish appreciated that ball from Declan Rice there. He kind of looked down and think, what are you giving me it for? I'm not even in the proper position. Anyway, Kyle Walker's gone all the way back to Eric Dyer, to Jordan Pickford. England now just basically seeing this game out, guys. Just knocking it about. Game's gone. Let's think about the French now.
When is that? What day is that on?
I have no idea, Billy.
No, me.
I think it could. I think it could be. It could be Saturday. You know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What day is it today?
Sunday.
Oh no! It could actually be. Could it be Thursday? I'm not sure. I really don't know. Anyway, England are cruising through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Ricky says, do you think Southgate could derail Plymouth Argyle's promotion push if he took charge there? There's a strong possibility. Tom says it'll be next Saturday at 7 p.m.
Yep, took the words right out of my mouth.
There you go.
There you go. Happy days.
Yep. And we will, of course, bring you that match live on the Toon Review for commentary. I know with it being on domestic TV, there's a lot of people watch it on there, but, you know, we are still here. We will still be available. As Senegal now try and attack to get some sort of consolation. They've made a nice move down the right-hand side here. Ball whipped across, and it's cleared away. Oh. Shot. Wow! I'll tell you what, that's on its way to Saudi, that is.
I'm gonna catch
My
that.
goodness me. If there's a plane taking off from Qatar right now, it may well hit the engine.
What was he clapping that for? That was the worst shot in history.
Well, it was terrible.
The Senegalese manager clapping the fact that 30-yard strike went into row Z.
Alex, that's not in row Z, mate. That's hitting. That's in Saudi. That could end up in the Newcastle training camp.
You need a longer alphabet.
Wow. That face says it all.
He doesn't look very happy, does he?
I mean, wow, Jesus. But look at those Senegal fans. They're still giving it what is, and there's an England fan right in front of them taking their selfie. And good on the Senegal fans, because they've kept that going most of the game, haven't they? You know, they're enjoying the moment at the World Cup, and why not? Foxy says Argentina, Netherlands is Friday, so I'd imagine our game is Saturday.
It is Saturday night, yeah.
That'll be a good game.
It will be.
Certainly will, yeah, definitely. I'm still not convinced by Argentina. I'm really not convinced. I mean, Messi
They found a good midfield trio now.
Oh, Fernandez is awesome. That ends out Fernandez.
I like that DePaul as well. I think DePaul's a good player.
Yeah.
A lot of people watch their game against Saudi Arabia and haven't watched them since, and are just assuming they're actually a lot better now. Argentina are.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced, Alex. I still think they're very beatable. As England come forward here with Luke Shaw at the byline, clips it across.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And Rashford into the side net.
Boy.
Yeah. We've got 4 minutes of injury time, guys. 4 minutes of injury time.
You need to watch Argentina's next game, Paul, because they're not half bad.
Alex, I've watched all of Argentina's games in this World Cup. I am not convinced by them.
It's you then. Never mind.
They still have Otamendi in the back three. So
exactly. When you've got Otamendi at the back, you've always got a chance.
That's true.
I mean, yes, I admit Argentina have been better, but I'm still not convinced that they are World Cup winners. No way.
Oh, I'm not saying they're World Cup winners, but I wouldn't want to play them next. Well, I don't want to play France next either, but never mind. I think Argentina, with the improvements in midfield, have cemented themselves as potential stronger favourites than they were.
I think Le Bleu are better than Argentina, to be honest, but
yeah, I'd agree.
Makes our game on Saturday very difficult as Declan Rice kicks the bottom of Bamba's foot. That would not have hurt Bamba as much as it hurt Declan Rice.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I mean? Get up. Honestly. Absolute pussy. Anyway, free kick to Senegal, around about 30 yards out here. Wow, Pickford's small, isn't he?
Let's hope we don't actually sign Bamba Dieng in the future, otherwise we can clip that.
Yes, indeed. I know we're not quite done, but the Toon review has been absolutely mint again tonight to watch along with. Thank you, Anthony. Well, that's what it is. I mean, I know people watch it on TV, but they can still watch the commentary and listen to the commentary on the Toon review, you know, and have a bit of banter with us and things like that, which is...
Grealish is on floor duty behind the wall.
He is. Because our watch-alongs are much better than listening to the crappy commentary on the TV.
Oh.
And it's into the wall. Nothing major.
Especially Sam Matterface. He's the worst, isn't he?
Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon. I mean, I don't know how... You know, Ali McCoist is great with John Champion. I like them too. But really, it's always Matterface and Dixon get the England games, and not for me. David says you're about 40 seconds behind the game. Unfortunately, lads, my lips are sealed. Well, yeah, we always are because we're watching on a different service. So that's why we say to pause yours and catch up with us.
I wonder there's a hint in this corner.
In comes the corner. It's a terrible corner, which is cleared away by Harry Kane. And Rashford's on this. Oh, why don't you go in for it, man, you bottling piece of poo? Honestly, man.
You're not going to get booked for it. You might as well go in.
Absolutely. Listen, you could break somebody's leg in this match and still not get a yellow card as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know. Honestly.
All the fouls now. 28 fouls, 1 card. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of fouls, isn't it? 28 fouls.
Absolutely. The thing is, right, Kyle Walker there went to do that little back header that Kieran Trippier is so good at and put it out for a Senegal corner. Ian Fleming, thank you for your £5 super chat, my man. He says, well, this result has spoilt my week. When does Scotland play their games? Oh, Ian, I know. It'll be curdling the Scots' blood, this will be. Billy, keep quiet. I know how much you love the Scots. Corner from Senegal, headed away by Harry Maguire. Again, he always seems to be on the end of opposition corners, Harry Maguire. He's done well in that aspect. Still coming forward here, okay, and it's out now.
Go on, blow your whistle, Wes.
And that is it. It's a very theatrical final whistle. But England are through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup in quite a convincing manner, it has to be said. Really, Senegal offered absolutely zilch. One good save from Jordan Pickford in the first half at 0-0. May well have changed the game had that gone in. It could have been a bit different, but apart from that, Senegal really, really poor. Anthony says it doesn't matter about the delay because when a bit of action happens, you can type a response and post it perfectly timed. Indeed. Mark says you lot are far more funny. Thank you very much. Simon says quality cracking results, solid performance, and we've got the tree up. Well done, lads and lasses. See you Saturday. Christmas says, I agree, Paul. I was trying to watch it with the TV commentary, but just couldn't do it. Just wanted to be with the TTR fam. Thank you very much. Sean says, can't work out why Southgate won't give Wilson and Co a game when they're in the lead. Roll on France, says Norvik. Steve says, the bloody BBC app sent me a notification with the final score a minute before the end on ITV Hub. Oh, there you go. Heed says, great show, guys. Thank you very much. As the England players now go and applaud the England fans. Now, there will be plenty of shows coming up on the Toon Review this week. We'll do some World Cup watch-alongs, no doubt, but we will turn our attention to Newcastle in Saudi as well. And we will try and bring you a few shows on Newcastle United as well as we build up to the restart of the Premier League season, of course, and the upcoming transfer window.
Yeah, there's some juicy stuff to talk about soon.
Indeed, there is. But again, you know, as we always say, we don't know. We're not in the know. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll certainly talk about the rumours and see what these players would bring to Newcastle United, as we always do. And it's certainly, I reckon, this transfer window is going to be quite exciting for Newcastle fans because people can say till the cows come home, oh, we won't be signing anybody. We're third in the Premier League, guys. We're third in the Premier League. There's an opportunity here to buy good and buy well and cement our place in Europe for next season. May not be the Champions League, but certainly if it's Europe, well, it's got to be Europe. They've got to be aiming for Europe now. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed with Senegal there, to be honest. I mean, I've just looked at their group to remind myself who they had. They had the Netherlands, Ecuador, and Qatar. I mean, you can see why they had quite a comfortable group, despite Ecuador's good opening start. Very weak for a round of 16 team, unfortunately, but never mind.
I'll tell you what, I've just seen Declan Rice close up. I think he needs a trip to the barbers, mate. Like, he's starting to get a bit, like, his hair looks like a springboard. You could fall on that from 40 feet and not kill yourself. Incredible stuff. Can't wait for the normal shows and the proper entertainment of NUFC than the bore of England, no matter the scorelines you see, guys. Again, soon. Stephen, just enjoy the ride. You know, we know when the Premier League's going to start again. Just enjoy the ride. We're still in the tournament, and you know, a few people said we were getting.
What's up with Gabriel Jesus? I'm seeing lots of things in the chat about Gabriel Jesus.
Out for 3 months.
Out for 3 months, yeah.
The trade curse strikes again.
Yeah,
which is obviously very, very helpful for us because he's been integral for Arsenal and their current table-topping form. So that could, you never know, help us, and we're still yet to play them in the league. So.
Absolutely. Right. Who was your man of the match today, Billy?
I'm going to say Jordan Henderson.
Yeah?
Just a change. Yeah.
I'd agree. I'm going Henderson as well. Just Pip Bellingham. Bellingham's work rate was absolutely fantastic. It really was. But I think for all-round quality on that pitch today, Henderson was really good. And, of course, it got the goal. Why? Hang on a second.
We're hanging.
Oh my God. I've just had a text off my eldest daughter who's been in London for the weekend and says, can you come and pick me up at the train station? It's 20-1.
Kids, eh? You'll be there.
Well, do I have a frigging choice?
You look ecstatically happy about it, I've got to say.
Oh, I'm bouncing, Billy, bouncing.
Well,
absolutely.
I would give it to Bellingham.
You're giving it to Bellingham, yeah?
Not to take it away from Henderson. I agree with everything about Henderson. Very, very good performance. Showed some more leadership qualities compared to recent England performances. And he got the goal. But I just think Bellingham was contributing in defence, in the midfield, in attack, making runs, joining the play together. He started some of the goals off himself. I can't think of an England midfielder. Has there ever been an English midfielder as good as that at 19? At 19 years old? Obviously, there's been quality midfielders, but at that age, though, at 19 years old...
I think you're going back to Duncan Edwards and Bobby Charlton times.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been somebody...
Yeah, you're probably right, yeah.
For the level he is at that age, I mean, there have been people at that level when they hit 24, 25, 26, but this kid's still a teenager. It's ridiculous. I think he's a freak of nature in the positive sense of the words. It's just whoever ends up getting this lad off Dortmund, wow.
Well, they're in for a treat, aren't they? Yeah. He's definitely. Anthony says, thank you, the Toon Review. Good night and God bless. The dog is bloody bursting. He's sprinting about the little piggy Staffy. I have to nash. Good night, folks. Cheers, Anthony. Thank you. Chipper says Newcastle play on Thursday. Could we see a watch along? Listen, if it's broadcast, that's the thing. I mean, I don't think it will be broadcast, but you never know. It might.
The last time we were in Saudi, it was behind closed doors. So
yeah, but this one isn't. So we may well. They might put it on NUFC TV. That you never know. If they do, then absolutely we'll do a watch along. Absolutely. Ches says not even Gaza was where Bellingham is at 19. Good point. Julie said my bro wanted picking up at midnight last night from his works do. Only it's 45 minutes each way. No chance. I don't blame you, Jules, to be honest. Arturo, thank you very much for your €2 super chat. Another one, thank you. And just with the comment, thanks, lads. You're very welcome. Stephen says, I'm sure they put one on YouTube last time. Yeah, listen, with it being not behind closed doors this time, there's a chance that may be. And certainly the interest that Newcastle United have now, they may well put the friendly out on YouTube or NUFC TV. If they do, then, of course, there will be a watch-along on the channel because we just don't want to miss any Newcastle United games. That's a certainty. Kieran says it's actually on NUFC TV. Right, we'll confirm that, and then, obviously, we'll just keep an eye on the channel, on the socials, and we'll let you know if that is the case. Renier, thank you for your 99 cents super chat as well. Thank you so much. But that is it, guys. We have come to the end of the watch along. England once again defy the odds and play quite well tonight. I'm very pleased with that performance. Obviously, there's always certain changes that we would make as fans. But at the end of the day, we are through. We are in the quarterfinals, where we will play Le Francais on Saturday night at 7 p.m. That game, of course, live commentary right here with us three on the Toon Review. And we are thoroughly looking forward to that, because that is going to be a cracking game. Thank you very much to the mods for keeping the chat nice and straight tonight. And of course, to Billy and Alex for their company tonight. All the super chatters, new members, thank you so much. And of course, if you are new to the channel, if you enjoyed what you've seen, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, become part of the community. On our way to 16,000 subscribers. We are going up every day, and with your help, we can get there sooner rather than later. Join if you like. If you want to become a member, hit the join button underneath. Follow us on all the socials, which is Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. So you'll know whenever we go live or upload a video. But thank you very much for watching and spending the match with us. We really do appreciate it. We hope you've enjoyed all the commentary, and we will be back very soon. So keep an eye on the channel and notifications for any future shows that we're going to do. But until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, guys, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
How are the Lions?